The only good thing that has happened in the last 24 hours is watching Vaibhav Suryavanshi ripping apart the bowling. Other than that, it has been a horrible, horrible, horrible weekend and a horrible start to the new week. Because जैसा कि टाइटल में आपको देखने को मिल ही गया होगा, एंड दैट इज द रियलिटी. उसी बारे में आज हम बात करने आए हैं यहाँ पर आपके साथ डिस्कस करेंगे. एंड अंकुश ने आते ही यहाँ पर बता भी दिया है दैट व्हाई इट्स सच अ पेनफुल थिंग फॉर अस. 20 टाइम्स वाली चैंट भी नहीं कर सकते अब तो अजीब लगेगा. ऑब्वियसली नहीं, अभी कर सकते हैं, पता है अंकुश, बट वो है कि नाउ यू हैव टू शेयर दैट चैंट विद समबडी एल्स. इट्स नॉट आर्स एनीमोर. पहले वो प्राइड थी ना हमारे पास, दैट इट वो एक वो गुमान वाली चीज होती है कि भाई मेरा दोस्त मेरा है, मेरी बीवी मेरी है. लेकिन अब वो एक्स हो चुकी है आपकी, शादी किसी और से हो गई है उसकी, ठीक है, आप अतीत हो उसका, एंड अब कोई और उसको ले गया है. एंड अभी हाल फिलहाल में ऐसा हो भी नहीं रहा कि हम यहाँ पर उस चीज को वापस से क्लेम कर लेंगे अगले सीजन में आके. बट यस, वेलकम बैक एवरीबॉडी, वेलकम बैक टू 1M UFC, वेलकम बैक टू अनदर लाइव स्ट्रीम. एंड इतना डिफिकल्ट मोमेंट है ये मैं सोचा यार मैं अकेले इस लाइव स्ट्रीम को कर नहीं पाऊंगा. मैं अकेले कितना ही बोल
मैंने किया नहीं.
तो मैंने सोचा आई हैव टू ब्रिंग पीपल, एंड आई हैव टू ब्रिंग द वंस हु आर एज पैशनेट एज मी. So welcome back to the channel, guys. Nathan and Anshuman. Can't say कि you have been how are you, कैसा रहा अभी तक ये वो, because I know, I understand and I can absolutely relate with everything that's going on with both of you. But yes, फिर भी लास्ट 24 घंटे कैसे बीता है?
बस यही हो जाता है वीकेंड पे. फिर मैं तो वही बोलूंगा ना, आई डोंट प्रमोट अल्कोहलिज्म. बाकी समझ जाओ, बाकी आप लोग समझदार हो. तो वो घंटा कैसे निकल गया पता नहीं चला. ठीक है, अभी तो जब यू टेक्स्टेड मॉक भाई, यू नो आई टोल्ड यू व्हाट आई वाज अबाउट टू डू, एंड आई वाज लाइक चलो फिर 1 घंटा मैं वेट कर लेता हूँ.
But what about you, Nathan? How difficult was it to accept the fact that
I think someone asked me that on my stream one day. I told them, I mean, listen, it's the cop out for the United fan to say it, but I basically told them, listen, yeah, we really just have bigger problems to deal with. I know it should be on the top of our head. We should be frustrated and angry, but we just have way too much to deal with. If I'm being completely honest with you, all I thought was Thursday. I did the watch along for Bournemouth. I was like, I'm surprised we're not 3-0 down. I'm like, this is great. Let's carry on to Thursday. I thought Luke Shaw actually played well. I know I'll get abused for that because let's be honest, that's usual par the course. I actually thought his crosses were better for someone who didn't start a game in 430 days than the player who's played the last 2 seasons. But people don't want to hear that because of his fitness issues. But I thought it was very clear. So I'm going to, for full disclosure, I have this thing where I call it ankle high crosses, and Wan-Bissaka used to do that his entire career at United. And then I saw Dogu doing it. The only difference is Dogu's not even looking up. He's just kicking the ball. And I was thinking,
was horrendous.
What is the difference? But I'm like, people make fun of Shaw. Shaw coming back after 400 days is better than him. What does that say? What does that actually say about the recruitment? 400 days, Mark. 400 days he's not started a game. His crosses were better and he played the whole 90 minutes on top of that. What can you say about that? How do you explain that to anybody?
Yeah.
It's a long list of things we have to worry about. That's why the regarding the 20 times thing. See, congratulations. I thought Liverpool was winning it from Jan. It was only a matter of time where we all had to just, come to terms with it, which was
Yeah.
now, yesterday. But I think we just have too much problem. Yeah. Now I know people will say these United fans are just coping, copium and all that shit, they'll say. But in truth is, if you look at our club from top to bottom, we have more problems to deal with. I can't really be bothered with someone tying our titles because the real concern is how many more titles are we are going to have to catch up to them at this rate.
Exactly. नहीं मोंगो एज यू सेड ना कि कैसा गया तो एज नेथन सेड कि भाई ये चीज तो एक तरीके से दिसंबर में ही मतलब मेरे हिसाब से इट वाज डन इन दिसंबर। ठीक है, जब सिटी का फॉर्म ड्रॉप हुआ, ठीक है, आर्सेनल को मैं कंसीडर करता ही नहीं। ठीक है, इनको जितना बजना है बजने दो। ठीक है, आई डिड नॉट इवन कंसीडर आर्सेनल इन द टाइटल रेस। एक बार इनके साका को इंजरी हुई उसके बाद, बिफोर दैट आई वाज स्टिल थिंकिंग कि भाई आई थिंक दे विल बी देयर, दे डोंट हैव दैट स्ट्राइकर। बट इस तरीके से 2-3 साल से टीम साथ में है, देयर डिफेंस इज रियली गुड, सो दे विल कम अप विद द विंस। बट एक पॉइंट के बाद उन्होंने भी एक तरीके से मुझे लगता है गिव अप कर दिया व्हेन दे स्टार्टेड क्लाइंबिंग द लैडर्स इन द चैंपियंस लीग। ठीक है, तो उसके बाद तो दिख ही रहा है कि देयर ऑल फोकस इज ऑन द चैंपियंस लीग, क्योंकि प्रीमियर लीग में उनको लिटरली पिछले 1-1.5 महीने से कुछ भी नहीं था खेलने को। ठीक है, तो ये मीडिया में आके ओवर माय डेड बॉडी बोल देना बड़ा आसान है। तो अगर वैसी बात है तो फिर ढूंढो अटेटा की लाश कहाँ है साले की, है? तो वही वाली बात है, ओवर माय डेड बॉडी। तो ये बोलने में ये सारी चीजें अच्छी लगती है। एज नेथन सेड, यस, लोग बोलेंगे कोपियन ऑल दैट, तो यार ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, तुमने भी कोप किया ना यार, 30 साल में तुमने भी तो कुछ नहीं जीता, दूसरा टाइटल है, पहली बार सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हो, तो ठीक है। when it comes down to the titles, of course congratulations because you have actually won it fair and square। ठीक है, मतलब मैं ये कभी नहीं जाता कि भाई सामने वाली अच्छी नहीं खेली तो तुम टॉप पे आ गए, दूसरा अच्छा नहीं खेला, अरे भाई तो तुमने अच्छा खेला ना। और ये लॉजिक मैं तब से यूज करते आ रहा हूँ जब से भाई ओले वाली टीम भी हमारे पास थी। जब लोग ऐसे बोल देते हैं ओले बड़ा लकी था यार, सेकंड आ गया, थर्ड आ गया क्योंकि दूसरी टीमें नहीं खेली, अरे भाई हमने बोला था क्या मत खेलो? हाँ, जब जब आते थे वो ओल्ड ट्रैफर्ड पे या जब हम उनके पास खेलने जाते थे तो ओले उनके पानी में क्या वो कुछ मिला विला देता था क्या कि वो खेल नहीं पाते थे? ठीक है, तो यू हैव टू विन योर गेम्स, यू हैव टू डू व्हाट यू कैन डू। लिवरपूल डिड दैट। ठीक है, उन्होंने थोड़ी बोला कि यार सिटी तुम अच्छा मत खेलो।
इस पे पता है मैं एक चीज बोलूंगा, अंशुमन का नेट चला गया, शायद नेट अटक गया इसका। इस पे मैं एक चीज बोलूंगा यार, देखो मैंने सुबह वाली वीडियो में बोला था, वो चीज नेथन ने भी बोल दी, वो चीज अंशुमन ने भी बोल दी। वी डोंट नो व्हेन वी आर गोइंग टू विन आवर नेक्स्ट टाइटल, वी हैव गॉट नो क्लू, absolutely zero clue that we will be able to even be there among the top 2 teams who will compete for the title or not, क्योंकि you look at our current situation, जितना फर्क हम फैंस को पड़ रहा है ना, उसका अगर 50% फर्क भी हमारे प्लेयर्स को पड़ने लगे, आई थिंक विल इम्प्रूव बाय अ ग्रेट मार्जिन, बहुत 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 इम्प्रूव कर लेंगे हम, एंड दैट इज द रियलिटी। लेकिन उसके साथ रियलिटी ये भी है कि अगर आप अभी स्क्वाड को देखोगे और अगर आप अभी मैचेस में आ रही परफॉर्मेंसेस को देखोगे तो आपको लगेगा नहीं कि दे रियली इवन केयर अबाउट देयर ओन फॉर्म। फॉरगेट अबाउट द क्लब, they don't want to even play for themselves, don't play for the club, don't play for the fans, but at least play for yourself, but you have to live up to the name, you have to live up for your career। वो आप तो वो भी नहीं कर रहे हो। उसके अलावा मेरी व्हाट्सएप पे बात हो रही थी अंशुमन से, मैंने अंशुमन को यही बोला कि थर्सडे को लेकर आई हैव गॉट जीरो होप्स, एब्सोल्युटली जीरो होप्स। एंड व्हाई आई एम सेइंग दिस इज बिकॉज अगर मैं होप लगा लूंगा ना इनसे तो भाई मुझे और दुख होगा। मैं इनसे होप लगाना ही नहीं चाहता। मैं उस दिन लियो वाले गेम में जब हम 2-0 अप थे और उसका जब हम 4-2 हुए ना, आई वॉज मेंटली आई वॉज गॉन। मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा था कि भाई एक टीम इतनी खराब कैसे हो सकती है कि अपनी होम पे खेल रही है, अपने क्राउड सपोर्ट के सामने 2-0 अप है और वहां से 4-2 कैसे डाउन जा सकती है। बाद में जो हुआ, that too against 10 men, that too against 10 men, and we did the same thing last night as well। मतलब we were playing against 10 men and हम विनर स्कोर नहीं कर पाए 10 men बॉर्नमथ के अगेंस्ट। इट्स सो शेमफुल, इट्स सो पैथेटिक। एंड पता है कल के वो लिवरपूल के टाइटल विक्ट्री में सबसे बड़ी डिसअपॉइंटमेंट क्या थी? वी वर नॉट इवन देयर अमंग द टॉप 4 टीम्स, वी कुडंट इवन fight for those top places. Forget about even stopping them. We were not even there कि भाई हम 10-15 पॉइंट के मार्जिन पे ही बैठे हो. आई थिंक हमारा डिफरेंस मोर देन डबल पॉइंट्स का, जितने हमने स्कोर किए हैं उससे डबल पे ज्यादा वो बैठे हुए हैं. इससे खराब चीज और क्या हो सकती है? एज अ फैन who never thought that this day would ever come, to watch them live the 20th, yes, it was matlab one of the worst feeling I've ever had as a United fan or as a football fan. But उससे भी खराब ये था कि हम कहीं कॉन्वर्जेशन में भी नहीं है. You have to scroll down and to scroll down and to scroll down to find where United is currently. हम लास्ट ईयर तक बोलते थे कि चेल्सी इतना खराब करी, हमने इतने खराब साल देखे लेकिन इतना खराब हम कभी नहीं हुए. ये मेरे ही शब्द थे जब हम लास्ट ईयर चेल्सी के बारे में बात करते थे. एंड टू वॉच यूनाइटेड लाइक दिस इन सच सिचुएशन, इन दिस सिचुएशन, ओ भाई साहब, इट्स क्या बोलूं मैं. बट यस, अब पता है एक अच्छी चीज क्या हुई है? एक अच्छी चीज पता है क्या हुई है? एवरीथिंग दैट वी हैड इन द हिस्ट्री बुक्स is not ours anymore. You talk about the three-peat. City have bettered it by winning it 4 consecutive occasions. We used to talk about the treble. We have to share that treble valley feeling with the other half of Manchester. We used to talk about winning the league title 20 times. Now Liverpool, our biggest rival, have equalized that title count. We used to talk about and brag about the number of FA Cups that we have won. Arsenal have won it more than us. So everything that we used to brag about is not ours anymore. तो तभी मैंने टाइटल डाला है आज की स्ट्रीम का, मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड कैन नॉट हाइड बिहाइंड हिस्ट्री एनीमोर, एंड दैट इज अ फैक्ट, whether we want to accept it or whether we do not want to accept it. जितने भी यहाँ पर ओल्ड स्कूल फैंस हैं, मेरे अंशुमन, नेथन जैसे, जो 20-20 साल से फॉलो कर रहे हैं, I think this has been the best thing that has happened to United Football Club in a long time. And I'll tell you why. क्योंकि अब तक जो कुछ भी बोलकर हमारी मैनेजमेंट हमें दिलासा दे देती थी, जो कुछ भी बोलकर हम खुद को दिलासा दे देते थे, अब कुछ नहीं है हमारे पास खुद को दिलासा देने के लिए. Now we have got the reality check. Now we have to accept that हाँ, ये reality हमारी, हमें इससे ही live up करना पड़ेगा. Everything that we used to troll Liverpool for has happened to us. They won it after 30 years. I don't want my club to talk about 30 years. We have already gone by 12 years now without a Premier League title. 2028 जो मिशन रखा हुआ है वो तो भाई पूरा करना पड़ेगा. And I don't know what you guys think about it, but क्या लगता है दोस्तों?
मिशन तो कितने भी बना लो, मिशन पे फिर अगर आप वही है कि आप मिशन 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 करोगे तो फिर वही है. मिशन मैं बना लूं यहाँ पे बैठ के मॉक भाई, पेपर पे ही तो लिखना है मिशन 2028. मैं भी कल लेके बैठ जाता हूँ, दीवार पे चिपका दूंगा मिशन 2030 और उसके बाद फिर सो जाऊंगा. ठीक है, बस लिख देना है मिशन 30, उसके बाद उसके ऊपर काम नहीं करना बस. तो उससे थोड़ी हो जाएगा कुछ. ठीक है, आप लिख दो मिशन 2050, लिख दो मिशन 2000, क्या 2100, क्या हो जाएगा उससे. And as you said कि this is the best thing that has happened, and I absolutely agree with you. क्योंकि जब वुडवर्ड ने बोला था ना, we are too big of a club to fail, ठीक है, that was arrogance and that was in all of us. And as a United fan मेरा arrogance कभी खत्म नहीं होगा. ठीक है, मेरा arrogance as a United fan कभी खत्म नहीं होगा because I love the club. ठीक है, but at the same point of time I cannot be delusional and I can keep on saying कि अरे भाई हम अगले साल कर लेंगे, वो ऐसा नहीं होने वाला. And we have to accept कि इसके अंदर टाइम लगेगा. ठीक है, जादू की छड़ी नहीं है किसी के पास भी, and we have to be patient. ठीक है, अब लोग बोलेंगे यार भाई लेस्टर ने भी जीत लिया, स्लॉट ने पहले सीजन में जीत लिया. सर्कमस्टांसेस बिल्कुल डिफरेंट है भाई. ठीक है, अगर लोग ये एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे थे कि एमरी में आ जाएगा अक्टूबर में और उसके बाद वो मई तक हमें टाइटल जिता देगा, तो दैट वाज एब्सोल्युटली अनरियलिस्टिक. ठीक है, लोगों ने शायद इस तरीके से भी एक्सपेक्ट नहीं किया होगा कि हम इतना बैडली आवर फॉर्म विल डिप इवन फर्दर इन द लीग और इस तरीके से हम खेलेंगे एंड ऑल दैट. बट ठीक है, जो भी नया मैनेजर आता है आई विल गिव हिम एटलीस्ट 1 ईयर. ठीक है, कि उसकी अपनी साइनिंग के साथ उसको एटलीस्ट मैं 1 साल दूं, एंड देन आई कैन टॉक अबाउट कि भाई क्या फ्लॉज है क्या नहीं. एट टाइम्स इन गेम्स मैनेजमेंट को लेके मैं फ्रस्ट्रेट होता हूँ एंड ऑल दैट, बट दैट्स टोटली डिफरेंट। बट मैं टैक्टिक्स के साथ उस बंदे को इंप्लीमेंट करने के लिए 1 साल दूंगा। एंड नाउ आई थिंक एक चीज जो है वो एमरिम के सर से भी एक बर्डन हटेगा कि भाई यू आर बेसिकली स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम जीरो। ठीक है, मतलब तू यहाँ पे आया है एंड यू आर नाउ एब्सोल्युटली स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम जीरो, बिकॉज हमारे को लास्ट टाइटल जीते हुए अरसा हो गया। ठीक है, वी माइट विन द यूरोपा लीग और नॉट, नोबडी नोस। ठीक है, एफए कप यस हम पिछले साल जीते, वंस इन अ व्हाइल हमने एफए कप जीता है, हमने यूरोपा भी जीता है पिछले 10 साल के अंदर। बट देन अगेन वो वही वाली बात हो जाती है ना कि लॉन्ग टर्म पिक्चर में आप यूरोपा जीत के फिर वो नहीं चाहिए मेरे को कि अच्छा यूरोपा हमने जीत लिया ना, दिस स्क्वाड इज गुड इनफ। ठीक है, इन केस अगर हम ये हमें लगता है कि हम यूरोपा जीत जाएंगे स्क्वाड से, एंड देन वी कैन से कि अच्छा ये दिस स्क्वाड इज गुड इनफ ऑल ऑफ अ सडन, देन फिर वही वाली बात है, फिर मिशन 2028 तो भूल जाओ, मिशन 2048 में भी कुछ नहीं होएगा। ठीक है, और यहाँ पे अपने बच्चे के साथ बैठे होंगे मॉक भाई और हम तीनों यहाँ पे बैठ के फिर उसी टाइम पे रो रहे होंगे हैं, और वो आपको कोस रहा होगा कि साले बाप ने मेरे को बना दिया यूनाइटेड का फैन। ठीक है, खुद तो गलती की, मेरे को भी इसी के अंदर घुसेड़ दिया। ठीक है, तो वही वाली बात आ जाती है कि हमने ये चीज देखा है कि वी ट्राई टू प्लास्टर आवर जो बोलते हैं ना, जो हमारे जो रोड पे जो खड्डे हैं, फेलियर्स, कि मतलब हमने देखा है कि जब हम चैंपियंस लीग इन द लास्ट फ्यू इयर्स व्हेन वी हैव मिस्ड ऑन द चैंपियंस लीग वी हैव स्पेंट अ लॉट ऑफ मनी। जब हमारे पास चैंपियंस लीग आ जाता है तो एक हमारे अंदर एक वो जो बोलते हैं खुद से ही आ जाता है कॉन्फिडेंस कि अच्छा हमारा स्क्वाड जब चैंपियंस लीग पहुंच गया यार तो ठीक है, थोड़ा कम पैसा खर्चेंगे तब भी चलेगा। एंड दैट्स नॉट हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू चैलेंज फॉर एनीथिंग, इट्स एज सिंपल एज दैट। ठीक है, आप अगर सिर्फ क्वालिफिकेशन के साथ खुश हो तो हाँ, 1 साल क्वालिफिकेशन आएगा, फिर अगले साल नहीं आएगा, फिर 1 साल आएगा। इसी चीज के लिए तो हंसते थे आर्सेनल पे कि टॉप 4 लेके खुश है, कि मतलब उनको जीतने वितने से कोई मतलब नहीं है चैंपियंस लीग, वो बस वहां पहुंच जाते हैं, उनको उसी में खुशी मिल जाती है। हम तो यहाँ पे चैंपियंस लीग प्लेसेस से भी 4 टाइम्स नीचे बैठे हैं। अगर इसके बाद भी अगर यूरोपा जीत के हम पहुंच जाते हैं और फिर मैनेजमेंट बोले कि अच्छा चलो ठीक है हमें चैंपियंस लीग के पैसे मिल रहे हैं एंड वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू स्पेंड, अब हमें 5 प्लेयर्स चाहिए थे, एक काम करो 3 ही ले लो, ठीक है 2 हम अगले साल ले लेंगे, तो फिर नहीं होने वाला। फिर वही अगले साल भी हम वही 10वें 11वें नंबर के लिए खेल रहे होंगे, बिकॉज विद दिस स्क्वाड यस कुछ बंदे फिटनेस से भी वापस आएंगे, कुछ बंदों का दे विल हैव मोर गेम टाइम, दे आर गोइंग टू एडजस्ट टू द सिस्टम अ बिट मोर इन द समर। बट अगर आप बोल रहे हो कि 4-5 बंदे बिना लाए हुए कोड ऑफ द स्क्वाड आप यही रख के और बेंच उस तरीके से बेटर ना करके अगर आप सोच रहे हो कि आप जाओगे और ऑल ऑफ अ सडन टॉप 4 के लिए चैलेंज कर दोगे, इट्स नॉट गोना हैपन, क्योंकि बाकी टीमें भी इंप्रूव करेगी। ठीक है, ब्राइटन फिर जाएगी पैसा खर्चा करेगी, आपके ऊपर अभी इतनी सारी टीम्स है वो सारे पैसा खर्चा करेंगे, दे हैव द मनी। आपके ऊपर इतना सारा डेट है कि शायद आप उतना पैसा बना के भी उतना खर्च ना कर पाओ, बट दे हैव लॉट ऑफ मनी टू स्पेंड। ठीक है, वो शूट साइनिंग्स करते हैं एंड देयर साइनिंग्स वर्क्स आउट लाइक मैजिक। ठीक है, तो अगले साल फिर चेल्सी डालेगी पैसा, अगले साल मोस्ट लाइकली लिवरपूल भी डालेगी पैसा, even though I am not expecting them to spend a lot, but still they are going to bring 3-4 players, क्योंकि उनको भी पता है this time they have won it, but इस तरीके से उनको अगले साल इतना easy नहीं मिलेगा। They might even win it next year. I'm not saying they are not going to, but उनको इतना आसानी से ये चीज नहीं मिलने वाला, because I think Arsenal will spend a lot of money in the summer. Guardiola की तो मैं बात ही नहीं करूंगा, because he is going to absolutely shake daddy थोड़ा और पैसे। ठीक है, even though he spent 200 million in the winter, ठीक, तो he will need that money and he is going to buy another 3-4 players, because केविन डी ब्रुयने जा रहा है, उसी के रिप्लेसमेंट में वो 100 मिलियन खर्च देंगे। ठीक है, तो वही सारी बातें हैं कि दे आर गोइंग टू स्पेंड मनी, लिवरपूल आर गोइंग टू स्पेंड मनी, चेल्सी, आर्सेनल, विला, ये टीमें आपके ऊपर है, तो ये 5-6 टीमें तो है यार कि आप नॉर्मली भी बीट नहीं कर पा रहे। ठीक है, तो हाउ आर वी गोइंग टू से कि अरे भाई हमने 4 साइनिंग कर ली है एंड दैट विल गारंटी अस टॉप 4, हमारी साइनिंग से हम शायद बेटर हो जाए, सामने वाला बुरा थोड़ी हो जाएगा। वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट कि हमारी साइनिंग हमारे लिए अच्छा कर सकती है, बट दैट डजंट मीन कि सामने वाली टीम फुद्दू हो जाएगी। उनके तो पास उनके प्लेयर्स हैं ही एंड दे आर गोइंग टू ऐड मेनी मोर प्लेयर्स। तो ये चीज समझना पड़ेगा कि ये दिस इज द फर्स्ट स्टेप, और ये शायद 2-3 साल का हम स्क्वाड बिल्ड करेंगे, तभी शायद एक 2028 विजन सोचने के हिसाब से थोड़ा सही लगता है कि चलो ठीक है, एटलीस्ट वी आर गिविंग द मैनेजर एटलीस्ट 2 विंडोज। ठीक है, बट अगर वही है कि फिर अगले विंडो में देखे और अगर हम 4 गेम शुरू के हार गए और तुम बोलो कि मैनेजर को टाटा बाय बाय, फिर तो उसके अंदर एक काम करना, 15 साल और ऐड कर देना मिशन के अंदर, तब तक सर जिम रैटक्लिफ भी नहीं रहेंगे इस दुनिया में ठीक है, तो अब जहां पे भीड़ है वहीं से वो फिर ग्लोरी ग्लोरी मैन यूनाइटेड करेंगे और क्या।
Nathan, what about you? How you see this failure, and not just one failure, but failures in abundance? Uh, so the upcoming next season, any hopes, any specific players that you want, and what about the outgoings? Do you see Rashford going? Do you see us selling Marcus Rashford if we are not able to bring one more winger? क्योंकि
So
हम
so
गर्नाचो बेच सकते हैं.
So I'll address what sometimes people in the chat may mistake for what I am saying, which is last time when we talked, I would say I was quite critical of Ruben Amorim, not
Yeah,
in general,
yeah.
and people rightfully so. I think they misunderstand me, but they rightfully so in defense of him. Obviously, said give him more time.
Hmm.
You know, when Eric Ten Hag came, we said the same thing.
Yeah.
New style, new manager. You know where I'm going with this. 4 months
Hmm.
into whatever he bought, a random reporter. I don't know if anyone watches the pre-match press conferences. We obviously have to, just because if someone asks us something, we need to know what they said. One random reporter one day, like five months into it, maybe 5 months into his second year, maybe 2 months into his second year, someone asked him, "When are you going to start playing the Ajax way?" And then he said, "We can't play the Ajax way. We have different players." Now, a certain player wasn't in our team and was disrespectfully thrown out. And that infuriated me. That answer was, I mean, listen, everyone goes, "Oh, Eric Ten Hag is straight up and, he's cold and whatever." But when I heard that answer, something in my head clicked. I'm like, this guy just ruined our football. He
Yeah.
just ruined everything. That one answer, which we got 14, 15 months into his tenure, he ruined everything. I see so many people in the chat say Eric Ten Hag has set us back, singularly set us back. So many times I read in the chat here, in your chat itself. And when I was reading that, I thought about that. I thought about him saying that, where we can never play like Ajax. We don't have the players. I'm like, so what have you sold all our good players for? Why did you get rid of Elanga and bought Anthony? Why did you
Yeah.
get rid of De Gea and bought whatever you want to call him? I don't even know. I'm running out of words. Whatever you want to call him. Why did you get rid of our players if you had no intention of playing Ajax style football? And we had thousands of fans celebrating the back of watching the back of our legends leave. And I'm like, and everyone it said did it in the name of progress and change and back ETH and all. Now, why I'm saying that first is because what I'm about to say will sound again like I'm not for Amarim. But I have one question to humbly ask you guys. He will get right a summer transfer window, right? Finally, that was
Yeah.
the argument.
Yeah.
Let's say, because you asked me if we are going to get rid of players, let's say in our heart together, let's say we all collectively say we need to get rid of 8 players, just argument's sake.
Yeah.
Let's say he only gets rid of 4. Come November, roles reversed. Eric Ten Hag, 4 points off, 8th place. 4 points off top 4, 8th place. We will not sack him, right? Because we'll say give him more time.
Amarim, not Tenak.
Yeah,
Amarim.
Amarim, right? We will say give him
Yeah.
more time, right?
Yeah.
So my question is, how much more time? Because if we slide back down into the bottom half, the whole year again we'll go he didn't get his players. But Mohak, you, me, and Anshuman already know if we put away our red tinted glasses and a hope that we know he's not going to get all his signings anyway in the first year. So how far down the table are we willing to go for next season again? It's a simple question. It has nothing to do with Amarim. I'm just asking a basic question here. You know and I know he's not going to get all his signings. We don't even know which players are going to leave. But let's say for argument's sake, he gets half of them gone. Whatever, it's 10. Let's say he gets rid of 5. He gets 5 new players, whatever. If you pick a number, choose the number, he gets half of the players in. If he starts finishing 14th, what happens? Because how much more you'll go give him time? Because it'll be like Ten Hag again, no? He's getting rid of our players that we think are all right, but in his system don't fit. So we
Yeah.
get rid of them. We back him, rightfully so. Everyone in the chat that will say we have to back him. That even I agree
Yeah.
on. We have to back him. But till what end? Because then we are also being blindly led to slaughter, no? The fans in the end suffer max here. Everybody gets paid. The managers get paid. The owners get paid. The players get paid. We don't get paid. We actually lose money. you know, if you're looking at it from a financial point of view, we are the only ones losing money. So you tell me how long we'll back it. Because I know he's not going to get 8 players. You know he's not going to get 8 players. We don't know which players he is going to even get rid of to get new players in. So how long are we going to wait? It's a simple question. It has nothing to do with favoritism, supporting the manager, the players are shit, whatever angle you're coming from. How long are you willing to do it? It's a simple question. Because if someone tells me today, United was shit in November, 4 points off top 4, but we were 8th place. If everyone in this chat is telling me everyone thought we were going to finish 14th, no, I respectfully say bullshit to everybody in the chat. Because no one in the right mind can tell me we would finish 14th at the end of the season. You don't have to like those players. Those same players finished 8th. You don't have to like those players. In fact, we got better players in after the summer. So you can't tell me we'd finish 14th. I'm sorry. You want to call it style, you want to say it's incompetence of players, you can name whatever reason you want. But no one can tell me they thought we were going to finish 14th at the end of the season, possibly 17th. Still 4 games left to go. There is not one person in this chat that can tell me they knew we were going to finish 17th. So whose fault is that? Because these same players finished 8th. We can't have a short-term memory when it's convenient. We also had like about 20 points more, if that matters to anybody. So at somewhere down the line, everyone has to take the blame. Everybody. And I actually mean everyone.
Yeah, as I said, when it comes to the new system, और बात रही कि मिनिमम एक्सपेक्टेशंस क्या है, 4 प्लेयर, भाई देखो सिंपल सी बात है, अभी हमें पता नहीं है किसको चाहिए कौन से बंदे, ठीक है, नाइदर यू नो नाइदर मी नो, किसी को नहीं पता, मोहक भाई को नहीं पता, इवन रोमानो को नहीं पता, तो हमें क्या पता, ठीक है। जब से इनियोस आई है नोबडी नोस कि भाई चल क्या रहा है पीछे, एंड दैट इज आल्सो वन ऑफ द रीजंस कि रोमानो भी थोड़ा फ्रस्ट्रेटेड साउंड करता है व्हेन ही कवर्स यूनाइटेड, ठीक है। यू विल सी सम काइंड ऑफ फ्रस्ट्रेशन, क्योंकि उसके पहले ऑनस्टीन के पास न्यूज़ पहुंच जाती है, and he being the the star that he is, he don't like it. तो players कौन से आएंगे कौन से नहीं आएंगे, when we look at Amadim and when we look at Erik ten Hag, जो सबसे बड़ा डिफरेंस है कि one is sticking to his ideology, whether he succeeds or not, I'm not getting into that, ठीक है। एक आइडियोलॉजी के साथ अपने स्टिक कर रहा है, दूसरे ने 2 मैचेस के बाद बोल दिया था फक आइडियोलॉजी, ठीक है, एज यू सेड कि भाई ये बंदे ने फिर किया क्या, जो हमारे पास था उसको निकाल दिया, ठीक है, एंड देन ही सेड दैट वी कैन नॉट प्ले द आईएक्स वे, तो हम इसको लेके किस लिए आए थे, सो वी नो व्हाट एमरिम इज गोइंग टू डू, उसका फंडा क्लियर है, उसको क्या करना है, एंड दैट्स व्हाई व्हेन यू इवन लुक एट द साइनिंग्स दैट वी आर गेटिंग लिंक्ड विद, वेदर यू लाइक इट और नॉट, सूट्स हिज सिस्टम, ठीक है, उसको जिस तरीके का फुटबॉल खिलाना है दैट सिस्टम के हिसाब से वो बंदे, ठीक है, भले ही वो कोई वर्ल्ड बीटर्स ना हो, कौन सा वर्ल्ड बीटर्स थे उसके पास स्पोर्टिंग में, धागे खोल रहा था वो स्पोर्टिंग के साथ यूरोप में, ठीक है, धागे खोल रहा था स्पोर्टिंग के साथ वो पिछले 2 साल से लीग के अंदर, सो ही इज गोइंग टू टेक टाइम। हमारे फैन बेस को एक साल क्या, मैं अगर फर्स्ट सीजन में इवन इफ वी नेक्स्ट सीजन अगर वो हमें टॉप 5 भी दिला, मैंने तो बोल ही रहा टॉप 3 टॉप 2, इवन इफ वी आर इन द टॉप 6, आई विल गिव हिम अनदर ईयर, दिस काइंड ऑफ अ सीजन जहां पे हम 8 9 10 11 है, ठीक है, देन यू विल हैव टू टेक अ डिसीजन, ठीक, एज यू सेड सारे बंदे नहीं आने वाले, तो अकेडमी को क्यों खोल के रखा है, ठीक है। इफ एज अ कोच यू आर नॉट बैकिंग योर यंगस्टर्स आफ्टर हाइपिंग देम अप सो मच कि भाई कुकोंकी है तो वही ऐसे रोल खेल सकता है, फ्रेडरिक्सन हैज डन वेल, अमास हैज डन वेल, ठीक है, फ्लेचर ब्रदर्स आर गुड, मूरहाउस इज गुड, जेजे गैब्रियल इज आवर स्टार, शियालिस इज आवर स्टार, अरे भैंस की आंख, जब सारे स्टार है और उसके बाद भी इफ यू आर नॉट गेटिंग 2 ऑफ द प्लेयर्स दैट यू वांट एंड यू से कि भाई मेरा सीजन तो उस चक्कर में, I have not seen any excuses from him so far, and I don't expect excuses from him. He is one of those kind of managers जैसा मोरिनियो था भाई, ठीक है, वो बंदा उससे यही चीजें सीख के आया है, ठीक है, that he is going to be upfront about it whether people like it or not, ठीक, सिंपल सी बात है। तो नेक्स्ट सीजन मुझे टॉप 5 मिनिमम चाहिए, एंड आई थिंक वी आर गोइंग टू गिव हिम 5 प्लेयर्स, ठीक है, मुझे इसमें कोई डाउट है ही नहीं। अब हम निकालते कितने हैं मुझे नहीं पता, किसी को नहीं पता, बट मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है द वे वी आर ट्राइंग टू डू थिंग्स, एंड हम उन डील्स के पीछे जा रहे हैं ना विच हैज अ रिलीज क्लॉज, ठीक है, अगर आप देखोगे तो हम रिलीज क्लॉज वाले डील्स के पीछे जा रहे हैं, क्यों, हम 5 मिलियन एक्स्ट्रा देंगे बट हम 5 साल में पे करेंगे, ठीक है, हम 5 मिलियन एक्स्ट्रा दे देंगे, हम 3 साल में पे करेंगे, 3 साल में वी आर ऑल्सो एक्सपेक्टिंग आवर फाइनेंसेस टू इंप्रूव, ठीक है, 3 साल में हम ये भी सोच रहे हैं कि भाई नया डील यू नो व्हेन इट कम्स टू स्टेडियम, तो वहां उसके हिसाब से भी हम पैसे उठाएंगे. वी हैव ऑलरेडी इंक्रीज्ड आवर प्राइसेस. ठीक है, टिकट प्राइसेस हमने बढ़ा दिए हैं, तो उससे रेवेन्यू और ज्यादा बढ़ेगा. ठीक है, जो लोग सोच रहे हैं कि भाई टिकट प्राइसेस बढ़ा दिए लोग नहीं जाएंगे, भाई मिलियन का
We are trying to catch up with Fulham, no? I don't know if you've heard.
हाँ या आई हर्ड इट. मतलब वो तो बुलशिट स्टेटमेंट था, वो तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना, वो तो बुढ़ापे का असर है. इनियोस को तो मैं क्या ही बोलूं, बट ठीक है, यू नो फ्यू थिंग्स दे हैव डन राइट, फ्यू थिंग्स दे हैव नॉट, वो अलग की चीज है. मिनिमम एक्सपेक्टेशंस आफ्टर द साइनिंग्स इज टॉप 6 फॉर मी नेक्स्ट सीजन. मैं बिल्कुल डिल्यूडेड होके नहीं बोलने वाला कि हम टॉप 3 में आ जाएंगे. ठीक है, फॉर मी इट्स गोना बी टॉप 6, बिकॉज नेक्स्ट सीजन आपको लड़ते पड़ते सोचना नहीं चाहिए एंड ऑफ द सीजन कि भाई हम यूरोप में होंगे या नहीं. मुझे लगता है 5 प्लेसेस अगले साल फिर से चैंपियंस लीग के मिलेंगे प्रीमियर लीग को, यू नो, बिकॉज द प्रीमियर लीग टीम्स विल बी डूइंग रियली वेल इन यूरोप अगेन. तो 5 स्पॉट हमें फिर से मिलेगा. तो मेरे को लगता है वी विल बी इन एंड अराउंड दैट 5th स्पॉट, बिकॉज एज आई सेड इफ ही इज दैट गुड ऑफ अ मैनेजर दैट आई थिंक ऑफ हिम. ठीक है, जो उसने किया है विद स्पोर्टिंग, जो मैंने उसको करते देखा है पिछले 3 साल में, और मैंने अपने स्ट्रीम पे बोला भी था दैट the only reason I thought he is not gonna come to United is because हमें पैसा देना पड़ेगा मोटा, you know, स्पोर्टिंग को और हमें को हटाने में. And I always kept on saying that. जब लोग बोलते थे भाई एरिक टेन हाग हटाओ एमरिम लाओ, and my only reason was यार इतना पैसा देना पड़ जाएगा क्या हम अफोर्ड करेंगे, क्योंकि उसमें we got set back by almost 30 million. 13-14 मिलियन हमने एमरिम को लाने के दिए, 17 मिलियन हमने एरिक टेन हाग को हटाने के दिए. That is our budget for one player. इतने में डिलाप ले आते हैं हम. ठीक है, तो that's the kind of mistakes that we have done. Ownership has owned up to the mistake. साफ साफ बोल दिया है आमरिम ने भी कि भाई where we want to be and how we want to play, we have not done it. But again, जो उसने एक चीज 4 महीने पहले बोली थी, and he said it, with defense you will see improvements straight away. With offense it's gonna take time. ठीक है, लोगों यादाश्त बड़ी कमजोर है, वो बड़ी जल्दी भूल जाते हैं, या तो उनको सिर्फ वही चीजें याद रखनी होती है जिनका उनका एजेंडा सूट करे. He said that few months ago, attack will take time, and that's why we will, you know, see a different kind of a attack. हम प्लेयर्स लाए, हम हॉलैंड निकाले, गर्नाचो निकाले, नहीं निकाले, I still feel our attack will be 10 times more lethal in the upcoming season. 10 टाइम्स पे लोग फिर हंसेंगे कि भाई गोल ही तुमने गिनती के 5-7 मारे हैं, तो 10 टाइम्स तो चलो, इसलिए मैंने 10 टाइम्स बोला. ठीक है, अगर 15-20 मारे होते तो मैं फिर 2-3 टाइम्स बोलता. ठीक है, क्योंकि मुझे भी पता है कि इनकी क्या हुई औकात है. सो व्हेन इट कम्स डाउन टू दैट वी विल सी इंप्रूवमेंट. प्री सीजन मिलेगा. ठीक है, प्री सीजन मिलेगा. ऑफ कोर्स वी आर गोइंग टू गेट द प्लेयर्स, जो हम ट्राई कर रहे हैं कि जितनी जल्दी आ सके, यू नो, एंड दिस इज व्हाट आई एम लाइकिंग. दैट्स व्हाट आल्सो कीप्स मी ऑप्टिमिस्टिक थोड़ा, कि जब हम प्लेयर्स की बात कर रहे हैं वी आर लुकिंग टू गेट दोस प्लेयर्स स्ट्रेट अवे, कि भाई करो, खत्म करो लेके, वी आर नॉट वेटिंग. ठीक है, कुनिया के रिप्रेजेंटेटिव से बात कर लिया, डेलाप इज आवर नंबर 1 टारगेट, ऑनस्टीन ने बोल दिया अरे वो आता है, आएगा, चलेगा, नहीं चलेगा, उसको खेलने तो दो पहले. आई कीप ऑन सेइंग द सेम थिंग. पीपल से कि भाई क्या ओसिमहेन नहीं लेना चाहिए. भाई देखो, फिर वही वाली बात आ जाएगी, ओसिमहेन पैसे के लिए इतना रोना धोना करेगा कि आपका उसके अंदर टाइम बहुत ज्यादा जाएगा, एंड टाइम इज ऑफ द एसेंस राइट नाउ. आप एमरिम को लाके एक स्ट्राइकर मैच के 2 दिन पहले नहीं दोगे और बोलोगे एक काम करो इसको खिला लो अपने सिस्टम के हिसाब से. दैट्स वेयर वी हैव लैक्ड इन द पास्ट. भले ही हम क्वालिटी प्लेयर्स लेके जरूर आए हैं, बट हम सीजन के 1 दिन पहले, ठीक है, मैच के 4 दिन पहले, ना उसके पास प्री सीजन है, ना उसके पास उस तरीके की फिटनेस है. उगारते पूरे समर इंतजार करता रहा हमारा, एंड में जाके उगारते लेके आए. उसके पहले हमारा इंतजार करता रहा क्या था वो, गंजा, आमराबाद. आमराबाद वाज वेटिंग फॉर अस फॉर एंटायर सीजन. यू नो, सिंपल सी बात है. वो पूरा सीजन वेट कर रहा था, वो अलग से खुद से ट्रेनिंग कर रहा था. वो वेट कर रहा कि भाई यूनाइटेड आएगी, मेरे को लेके जाएगी, यूनाइटेड आएगी, मेरे को लेके जाएगी. ठीक है, उसने फ्योरेंटीना से लड़ाई कर ली भाई, फ्योरेंटीना ने हमारे साथ सीजन के बाद उसको भगा भी दिया. You know, so these kind of things I don't expect in this window. 4 आने हैं, 4 आएंगे, 2 आने हैं, 2 आएंगे, बट जो भी आना होगा वो तुरंत आएंगे, because we don't have much time. और एक जो चीज है, ठीक है, लोग बोलेंगे भाई क्लब वर्ल्ड कप, अरे गाना मारा है क्लब वर्ल्ड कप. ठीक है, नहीं जाना अच्छी बात है, नहीं खेल रहे. एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम क्लब वर्ल्ड कप में तुम खेल के भी क्या उखाड़ लेते. प्लेयर्स का फटीग लेवल अलग लेवल पे होता, ठीक है, हमारे वैसे ही है बिल्कुल मोम की गुड़िया वाली टीम, ठीक है। एक तो साला कोई गिर जाता है टैकल के बाद भी तो मेरी फट जाती है कि साला ये दोबारा उठेगा कि नहीं उठेगा, तो ऐसा तो हाल हो रखा है हमारा, ठीक है। मतलब इससे ज्यादा हमारे एमएमए के फाइटर्स उठ जाते हैं भाई नॉकआउट ब्लो खाने के बाद, जितना टाइम हमारे बंदों को टैकल से उठने में लग जाता है। तो वही वाली चीज है कि वी आर गोइंग ऑन द राइट पाथ, बट एज आई सेड मुझे ये 10-11 वाला नॉनसेंस अगले साल नहीं चाहिए। आई एम गोइंग टू बैक एमडी, अगर बीच में अगर मुझे क्वेश्चन करना होगा मैं करूंगा, बट आई एक्सपेक्ट अस विद द साइनिंग्स एंड आई एक्सपेक्ट 5 साइनिंग्स। मैं 5 बिल्कुल एक्सपेक्ट करता हूं। मुझे लगता है वो 5 अचीव करने के लिए शायद कुछ हमें हार्श डिसीजंस लेने पड़े, या एक दो जगहों पे इन टर्म्स ऑफ क्या बोलते हैं आपका रिलीज क्लॉज थोड़ा एक्स्ट्रा पैसा भी पे करना पड़े। वी माइट एंड अप डूइंग इट, एंड दैट्स व्हाई आई कीप ऑन सेइंग कि लोग जो बोल रहे हैं ना कि भाई गेकोडेश ले लेना चाहिए एंड ऑल दैट, भाई जिनके पास रिलीज क्लॉज जिनके ऊपर भी लगा हुआ है ना, यू नेवर नो उसको कौन सी टीम उठा के ले जाएगी। और पहली बात जो रिलीज क्लॉज के अंदर ये होता है कि भाई अगर जरूरी नहीं है कि अगर आपने बोल दिया हम पे कर रहे हैं तो आपको प्लेयर मिल जाएगा, सामने से दूसरी टीम आ गई, सामने से बोला हम भी पे कर रहे हैं भाई, ठीक है, और हम गेकोडेश को देंगे 300,000 पर वीक, ठीक है। तो जस्ट बिकॉज यू आर देयर फर्स्ट दैट डजंट गारंटी यू द डील। कोंडा वाला डील देख लो, ठीक है, सिंपल सी बात है, कोंडा वाला डील देख लो। वी वेयर द फ्रंट रनर्स, हम गए, हमने बात की, चेल्सी गई, चेल्सी को नहीं पता वो कोंडा के साथ क्या करेंगे, ठीक है, उनको नहीं पता। वो कॉमेडियन है ना, क्या नाम है उसका, वो जो भाई अरिजीत सिंह का कॉपी लगता है, ठीक है, जिस तरीके से वो बोलता है उसी टोन में समझ लो कि भाई उनको नहीं पता है कि वो क्या करना चाहते हैं कोंडा के साथ, बट तुम कुछ अच्छा ना कर लो इस वजह से वो तुम्हारे से उठा के ले गए वो, ठीक है। कि यूनाइटेड को साला एक अच्छा प्लेयर ना मिल जाए, एक काम करते हैं इसको यहाँ लाके चूतिया बना देते हैं, ठीक है। ये अगले साल आएगा, उस टाइम तक मैनेजर रहेगा नहीं पता, ठीक है, ओनरशिप में कौन रहेगा कौन नहीं रहेगा नहीं पता, इनके ओनरशिप के भी चोचले चल रहे हैं। तो देयर आर लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स दैट कैन बी टॉक्ड अबाउट, बट मेरे लिए मिनिमम है टॉप 6, 7th पे भी आएगा, क्वेश्चंस विल बी आस्क्ड फ्रॉम एमडी। और अगर आप जब इतना जब यू डोंट गेट कॉल्ड अ जनरेशनल मैनेजर जस्ट बिकॉज आपने 5 मांगे आपको 5 मिले तभी आप अच्छा खिलाओगे। ही स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम 0 विद स्पोर्टिंग के तो मेन टीम ही नहीं थी व्हेन ही टुक ओवर, द ग्राउंड के बाहर दौड़ा के फैंस मार रहे थे स्पोर्टिंग के प्लेयर्स को, ठीक है, कोई फ्लेयर चला के मार रहा है, कोई गाड़ी की टायर पंचर कर रहा है, ठीक है, कोई ट्रेनिंग ग्राउंड में घुसने नहीं दे रहा, ये तो हाल थे, साला सिविल वॉर हो रखा था स्पोर्टिंग में। ही टुक दैट टीम, सोल्ड एवरीबॉडी, ठीक है, जिसको रुकना है भाई रुक जाओ, जिसको जाने का है आप जाओ, एंड ही स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम 0। एक तरीके से उसको यही सोच के चलना है कि भाई ही हैज टू स्टार्ट फ्रॉम 0, भले ही आपके पास क्वालिटी प्लेयर्स हो, बट एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम आपको क्या करना है, अगर आपको लग रहा है कोई यंगस्टर उससे ज्यादा बेटर कर सकता है तो आप उसको खिलाओ, सिंपल सी बात है। वेदर यू हैव दैट लग्जरी और नॉट, आपको चांसेस लेने पड़ेंगे। इफ यू आर नॉट टेकिंग दैट चांसेस देन आई विल हैव टू ईट माय वर्ड्स, जहां पे मैंने बहुत ज्यादा हाईली रेट किया हैमरिम को फॉर ब्रिंगिंग द यंगस्टर्स, फॉर getting the team together, making them play like a certain team, और जो यूरोप में बहुत अच्छा कर रही थी before he decided to join us। तो उस टाइम तक मेरा भी पेशेंस लेवल थोड़ा ऐसा होगा कि भाई बड़ी बड़ी बातें और वड़ा पाव खाते वाली बात है कि भाई आपको 1-2 प्लेयर नहीं मिले तो आप फिर वही वाली बात है कि यार वी डिड नॉट गेट आवर प्लेयर्स। आई होप ये सुनने को ना मिले, एंड आई होप वो अपनी आइडेंटिटी ना छोड़े। वेदर ही फेल्स विद दैट आइडेंटिटी इट्स टोटली फाइन, मुझे उससे कोई प्रॉब्लम।
देखो दोनों ने बहुत बोल लिया, मैं पिछले 20 मिनट से एकदम चुप बैठा हूँ, अब मैं बोलूंगा थोड़ी देर।
अब मैं कोल्ड ड्रिंक पीऊंगा।
तू कोल्ड ड्रिंक पी, पहले मैं सुपर चैट से एड्रेस कर दूं जरा। शुभम कह रहे हैं यहाँ पर तीनों भाई तीनों तबाही, आओ रोना करें यूनाइटेड का। हम रोना तो बहुत टाइम से कर रहे हैं भाई, दिस इज नॉट समथिंग न्यू, ये रोना पिछले 12 साल से चल रहा है। अत्युष थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द कंट्रीब्यूशन। सतीश भाई थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द कंट्रीब्यूशन। ओले वाज अनडिफीटेड इन 28 ऑड अवे गेम्स and we basically, you, me and everybody demanded Ole to let go of because of consistent poor run of form and how our squad was performing उस point of time पे। but ठीक है, the past is in the past, अब उसको डिस्कस कर कोई फायदा नहीं है, बिकॉज उससे हमारा फ्यूचर इंप्रूव नहीं हो रहा है। कि ओले को अगर रोक लेते या जोजे को अगर रोक लेते या किसी और को अगर वक्त दे देते तो शायद चीजें बदल जाती। जो बीत गई सो बात गई, अब आगे के बारे में बात करनी है। आयुष थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द कंट्रीब्यूशन। एमरम भाई ये 14 साल की किड की इनिंग्स अकेडमी और उस गर्नाचो को दिखाओ, बीसी मेंटालिटी क्यों नहीं है प्लेयर्स की, क्यों नहीं हो रहे हैं गोल्स, क्यों नहीं आ रही है विन। भाई कल गर्नाचो ने उधर लिवरपूल का टाइटल सेलिब्रेशन शुरू हुआ है और गर्नाचो ने स्टोरी डाल दी है ऑल आइज ऑन थर्सडे। अब देखते हैं भाई थर्सडे को क्या करते हैं, वो हमें भी उसी का इंतजार है, दैट ऑल सेट फॉर थर्सडे। तो लेट्स वेट एंड वॉच हाउ वी गोइंग टू परफॉर्म अगेंस्ट एथलेटिक क्लब, वो भी अवे फ्रॉम होम। तुषार थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द कंट्रीब्यूशन। हार्ड टू से होपफुल एज अ hard to stay hopeful as a United fan. Obviously, it's very hard. And अभी जो सवाल पूछे गए हैं जिस पर अभी आपके नेथन ने और अंशुमन ने अपने अपने पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू दिए, उस पर मैं भी अपनी बात रखूंगा। आयुष थैंक यू वंस अगेन फॉर द कंट्रीब्यूशन। ही सेइंग ब्रो आई मेंशन्ड इन योर ट्वीट लास्ट नाइट odds sorry United's board need to ignore fan base and pundits opinion now. They should always back the manager till the end, and that's what I will be talking about. जो क्वेश्चन अंकुश ने आगे रेस किया जिस पर नेथन ने बात की, उस पर मैं भी उसी पर मुझे भी बात करनी है। सतीश भाई थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द कंट्रीब्यूशन। अपार्ट फ्रॉम ब्रूनो फर्नांडिस नॉट अ सिंगल प्लेयर barely last 60 minutes, and that's so very true. You look at the stamina, you look at the energy, you look at the intensity, hardly any of our player carry with the same intensity throughout the 90 minutes. I don't see that happening, every now and then or every week from any of our squad player, the main team player जो स्टार्टिंग 11 में रहते हैं। अंकुश इज सेइंग थैंक यू सो मच अंकुश मेरे भाई फॉर द कंट्रीब्यूशन। इफ यू गेट अ चांस प्लीज एड्रेस पीपल क्वेश्चनिंग Amarim and his system. Is there pressure on Amarim next season? If yes, what is the bare minimum expectations from him? एंड लक्ष्य का आखिरी मेंबरशिप चैट है यहाँ पे। दे माइट हैव प्लान्ड सम साइनिंग्स रिगार्डलेस ऑफ द यूसीएल, एंड इस पर मैं बोलूंगा कि जो अंकुश का सवाल है जिस पर नेथन और अपने अंशुमन ने अपने अपने ओपिनियंस दिए हैं, आई डोंट एक्सपेक्ट यूनाइटेड टू फिनिश इनसाइड टॉप 5. Let me be very very honest, okay? And I don't set the bar so high for Amarim to finish inside top 5 straight away next season, because that is not possible given the reality we are living in right now. And this is for everybody in the chat. I want everybody to accept the fact that we might not finish in top 5, and that will be okay with me, because there's a clear day and night difference between us and the teams finishing above us as of now. The current league table gives us the clear reality that we have to improve our football, we have to improve our style of play, we have to improve the mentality, and we have to improve the fitness level of our players. The first thing that we need to do is improve the fitness level of our players. Then उसके बाद फुटबॉल अपने आप बेहतर हो जाएगी. जब तक फिटनेस बेटर नहीं होगी, जब तक मेंटालिटी बेहतर नहीं होगी, तब तक आपकी फुटबॉल बेहतर नहीं हो सकती. एंड आई थिंक मोस्ट ऑफ यू विल एग्री टू दिस. यू लुक एट लिवरपूल, अगर आप देखोगे यहां पर क्लॉप के पहले की, they were very fragile, they were very weak, and they were very short on physical wise, मतलब physicality wise, stamina wise. The first thing Jurgen Klopp did was to make sure that they are able to survive, throughout those 90 minutes. उसकी फर्स्ट टीम कम से कम 38 में से 30 गेम खेल रही है सीजन के. और अगर मैं इस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम पे ये बोलूं कि हमारी टीम यहां पर 15 गेम भी नहीं खेल सकती, जो अभी हमारे गिवन सेट ऑफ प्लेयर्स हैं, तो उसमें मेरे हिसाब से 90% ऑफ यू पीपल विल एग्री टू इट. सेकंड, नेथन ने बहुत अच्छा पॉइंट रेस किया कि कब हम पूछेंगे सवाल कि यार इज ही द राइट मैनेजर और इज ही नॉट. तो मेरा इस पर ओपिनियन ये है, अभी वी डोंट हैव दैट लग्जरी ऑफ आस्किंग हिम कि अगर हम टॉप 5 नहीं आते हैं तो यू आर नॉट द राइट वन फॉर अस. इसका रीजन ये है नेथन, बिकॉज आई फील क्वालिटी वाइज वी आर फार 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 बिहाइंड मैन सिटी, आर्सेनल, लिवरपूल, एंड इवन आई वुड से अगर इंडिविजुअल क्वालिटी की बात आएगी, वी आर फार बिहाइंड देन चेल्सी एज वेल. एंड द रीजन फॉर दैट इज चेल्सी ने यंगस्टर्स साइन किए हैं, youngsters with high potential. Whether they are making them play or not, that's another thing. लेकिन इस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम पे यूनाइटेड कैन नॉट से दैट दे हैव गॉट एन 11 जो कि यहाँ पर टो टू टो compete कर सकती है, even with the likes of Nottingham, even with the likes of, sorry, not just Nottingham Forest, but with Everton or with Crystal Palace or with any team that is below the number 10 position. दूसरी चीज यहाँ पर हमें ये भी समझनी पड़ेगी, 5 साइनिंग मिल जाना ये एक गारंटी नहीं देता कि मैनेजर उस 5 साइनिंग से बेहतर कर ही लेगा या सीजन इंप्रूव कर ही देगा, बिकॉज नो अमाउंट ऑफ साइनिंग कैन गारंटी यू कि सीजन बेहतर हो जाएगा और वेदर दैट टीम विल compete फॉर द ट्रॉफीज. इस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम पे अगर हम बात करें लिवरपूल की, हाउ मेनी साइनिंग्स डिड आर्ने स्लॉट गॉट? एब्सोल्युटली नथिंग. अगर हम लॉजिकल उस पे देखें तो he barely got anyone. But the
He
point
got
is,
Chiesa. No, Chiesa was cooking.
I'm saying that same thing. अगर हम बात करें यूनाइटेड को लेकर, we got 5 signings इस सीजन में, and where we are right now in the league table, it's not the players, you know, it's not the players. It is actually the squad left behind by the previous manager. And what Amrim got is point of time पे, that was a depleted squad left by Ten Hag. जैसे कि खुद बोला नेथन ने यहाँ पे कि अगर हम यहाँ पर 5 प्लेयर खरीद के 10 प्लेयर बेच रहे हैं और अगर एमरिम सैक हो जाता है तो उसके बाद हम ये नहीं पूछेंगे क्या कि वो 10 प्लेयर में से 5 प्लेयर बेहतर नहीं होते नए मैनेजर के सिस्टम के लिए? तो इतने टाइम तक जो हमने यहाँ पर अपने प्लेयर्स को बैक किया, इतने टाइम तक जो हमने यहाँ पर अपने प्लेयर्स को ध्यान में रख के मैनेजर्स पे सवाल खड़े किए, नाउ इज नॉट द टाइम टू क्वेश्चन द मैनेजर एटलीस्ट फॉर द नेक्स्ट 2 सीजंस, एटलीस्ट फॉर द नेक्स्ट 2 सीजंस. एंड व्हाई आई एम सेइंग दिस इज बिकॉज, why I'm saying this is because, Nathan, it will get much worse before it will start getting better. And at some point, you have to put a full stop to this repetitive cycle. You have to break this cycle to make it stop. We can troll Arsenal as much as we want to. And I know it's difficult for us. And I know it's difficult for most of the people in the chat as well to accept the reality that we might not be able to sack Amarim or we should not sack Amarim for the next 2 seasons. But we have to live by the reality that there are no good managers are currently available to uplift this United right now, this club right now. And the reason is the same rude Van Nistelrooy, जिसको लेकर you guys were very hopeful कि रूबन एमरिम की जगह हमें उसी मैनेजर को फुल टाइम बना देना चाहिए था. How many matches did he win at Leicester? How many matches did he win at Leicester?
I think people wanted him to be there till the end of the season. I don't know if they wanted him to get a 5-year contract.
But tell me honestly, but tell me honestly, Nathan, how many matches would have been enough for us to don't have that narrative that we should have sacked Ruud Van Nistelrooy permanently and should have gone for a better manager? You tell me. रियलिटी एक्सेप्ट करना जरूरी है इस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम पे. हम अगर बोले ना कि भाई आर्टेटा ने कुछ नहीं किया, ये नहीं किया, वो नहीं किया, आर्टेटा ने स्टेबिलिटी दे दी आर्सेनल को. उसने ट्रॉफीज भले ही ना दी हो, हमने 2 ट्रॉफीज जीती हैं 2 सीजन में, लेकिन क्या हम उन ट्रॉफीज को लेके अभी सेलिब्रेट कर सकते हैं? यू टेल मी, द चैट, यू टेल मी, कैन वी एक्चुअली हैव अ कॉन्वर्सेशन विद द आर्सेनल फैन बेस और विद द लिवरपूल फैन बेस और विद द सिटी फैन बेस or even with the Chelsea fan base for that matter इस season को लेकर? Can we brag about those trophies? Can we say that we won FA Cup last season? Because it means nothing to us. These trophies only mean something when you make the actual progress. Arsenal haven't won shit in the last 3 seasons, in the last 3-4 seasons, but they have gradually made progress. Champions League quarterfinals last season, Champions League semi-final this season, and 3 consecutive occasion पे यहाँ पर they finished second. इस point of time पे ठीक है, वो चीज आप बोलोगे मैटर नहीं करती, but in the long run this will actually prove a point कि हाँ उन्होंने जो ट्रस्ट शो किया था आर्टेटा के ऊपर वो काम आया. मैं बस यही चाहता हूं यहाँ पर यूनाइटेड फैन बेस से, अब इस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम पे, नाउ दैट वी हैव गॉट नथिंग, क्योंकि मैं वही चीज मैंने लिखी भी टाइटल में, वी डोंट हैव द हिस्ट्री एनीमोर, वी डोंट हैव द हिस्ट्री एनीमोर विद अस. तो लेट्स नॉट ब्रैग अबाउट द हिस्ट्री, लेट्स नॉट टॉक अबाउट ट्रॉफीज एनीमोर, ठीक है? बिकॉज दैट ट्रॉफी दैट वी वॉन लास्ट सीजन डिड नॉट गिव अस द स्टेबिलिटी दैट वी डिमांडेड और वी वर एक्सपेक्टिंग. आई थिंक उस पॉइंट पे तो नेथन एग्री करेगा मेरे से, उस पॉइंट पे तो एग्री करेगा ना, दैट ट्रॉफी से स्टेबिलिटी नहीं है. हमने 2 सीजन में 2 ट्रॉफीज जीती हैं.
But you know, I can push back. You know what? I can push back and say, because I remember it very fondly when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said in a press conference, "Trophies are not an indication of success. Your consistency in the table is." Our own United fans said he's saying that because he lost the Europa League final and he's not won anything. So now I can push back and say the opposite is true, because at the end of the day, Arsenal has nothing to show for their actual consistency. Respectfully, they have played well. I'm not taking anything away. They absolutely outclassed Madrid 2 legs. There's no doubt about it. They could win the whole thing. Until they win the whole thing is a different question. They have nothing to
Yeah.
show for their consistency. And
Yeah,
as
yeah,
far
yeah.
as that FA Cup is, I see people in the chat go, no, it doesn't count for me. It's only for mediocre clubs. The FA Cup is the oldest cup competition in the world. Period.
Hmm.
It's the oldest cup competition in the world. You got to have put some respect on it. You don't like the Carabao Cup, fine, whatever. You can't dismiss the FA Cup. We beat Liverpool and Man City. We didn't beat Charlton Athletic in the final. I mean,
I'm
like
not
everyone needs to.
I'm
I'm
not
saying no, no.
discarding
I'm
it.
not. I know you're
Yeah.
not. I'm saying
Hmm.
people in the chat are like, it's not for our level. What is our level? If someone check the
Hmm.
table, because the table was eighth and a FA Cup last year. That was the level. What's the current level? What is this level that people keep making up? What is this
Hmm.
level? What are we talking? We just spoke nice things about Bruno. Someone just said Bruno's the only person that can last a season. Yet, our most famous captain says he's not United material. Like,
Hmm.
what is the level? Everyone is saying different things. Everyone's watching the same game and everyone's coming to different conclusions. How is this possible? Someone explain that to me. A couple of years ago, Barcelona was in the Europa League. We beat them. So, like,
But
what
that's
is
what.
this
But
quote?
that's. But
No, but what is the quote unquote
hmm.
level? The level keeps changing. Now,
Yeah.
trophies are mid table clubs. Arsenal second place. We used to banter them when they finished top four. Now, all of a sudden, because they are better than us, apparently their consistency might lead to something. Might. We have actually won things.
But it's
And I
it's
love
about.
how Arsenal fans go, Europa League is
Hmm.
our level when they won in a final
Hmm.
and they got absolutely trounced by their ex-player Olivier Giroud in the final against Chelsea. Baku
Yeah.
again, in case
Yeah.
anyone doesn't remember. So they have been in this league. They act like they've never been in the Europa League. They've been in this league and lost it. We actually have Europa League titles as well.
Hmm.
Whether you want to count it as a brag or not, it's up to you. But we actually have titles to boot. Like when someone goes into our trophy stadium and they go, what have you won? No, they see something last year. 2024, there's an FA Cup, a shiny one. You know, we beat Man
I
City.
agree.
Or,
I
you
I
know,
completely agree with that. I completely agree with that. But you know what the point is? Once you reach that level, we defeated Barcelona
yeah.
2 years back, right? But where is Barcelona right now, and we are where we are right now?
Yeah.
We
No, no,
did
but
beat Man
I
City.
agree.
We
Of
did
course,
beat,
you did
we
beat.
did beat Liverpool last season. We did beat Man City last season to win our FA Cup. But where is Liverpool right now? Where is Man City right now? We did, ऐसे तो देखा जाए, Spurs did beat us twice this season,
Yeah.
but Spurs are below us in the league table. So
Yeah.
it's not about, bringing results every now and then. It's about maintaining the consistency, and that's what we demand from the club. And for that to happen, Nathan, for that to happen, you need to put a full stop on that continuous cycle of sacking the managers. I know most of you are not happy with what has happened with Amarim, because एक मैनेजर इतना भी खराब नहीं हो सकता कि वो 15 गेम्स जो हम हारे हैं उसमें से मोर देन 80% गेम्स अपनी मैनेजरियलशिप के अंडर हार जाए प्रीमियर लीग कैंपेन में. आई कंप्लीटली एग्री विद दैट. बट उसके साथ ही साथ अगर आपको ये भी समझना पड़ेगा, this is not just a football club that he's managing right now. This is a circus. And at this point of time, he's not just managing the players, he's managing and he's basically covering up their shit as well. जो भी वो गंद फील्ड पे, ड्रेसिंग रूम में और ड्रेसिंग रूम के बाहर मचाते हैं. Correct me if I'm wrong. Since the day Ruben Amorim has come in, I think he has been giving interviews every week and
Yeah.
twice every week. Why is that so? Why is
Because
that
it's
so? Why?
because this
And
because this is Manchester United. Gary
and
Neville.
that's what the problem is. Ineos needs to understand this. The man is not able to deliver results. He's under continuous fire. और उसके बाद यहां पर आप उसको हर हफ्ते हफ्ते में 2 बार, बल्कि एक बार भी नहीं, क्योंकि एक बार तो वो प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में आता ही है और उसके बाद अलग से उसका एक इंटरव्यू शेड्यूल किया जाता है विद स्काई स्पोर्ट्स या किसी और जर्नलिस्ट के साथ. फॉर व्हाट बेसिकली? व्हाट?
Maybe he should put his foot down and say no himself.
He has said that in the first week
No, no.
itself.
I mean,
Don't you
just
remember?
don't do it. Like, just scrap it when they book his
No, no.
appointment. Just say I'm not doing it.
Don't you remember? Don't you remember
He said it.
when he
I've
when
done
he
more.
came
I've
in
done more interviews this first week at
and he
United
said
than I did at 3 years at Sporting. He said it.
and he said that openly. He said that I don't want to. I'm not here for giving interviews. I'm here to manage the club. I'm here to manage the football team and not to give the interviews. And that is the biggest problem with us because जैसे अभी अंशुमन ने बोला, Fabrizio is pissed right now. वो जिस दिन से आपके मथायस कुनिया की न्यूज आई है, एक ही ट्वीट को 10 अलग अलग तरीके से ट्वीट कर चुका है. आज भी उसने सुबह ट्वीट कर दिया, दोपहर में ट्वीट कर दिया. क्यों? क्योंकि nobody knows what's going on behind the curtains at United right now. And to have that expectation that we will finish top 5 next season, I think that is unreal. And हर किसी की एक्सपेक्टेशन लेवल अलग है. मैं अंशुमन का पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू समझ रहा हूँ क्यों 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 वो बोल रहा है ये चीज. क्योंकि भाई जब बजट नहीं होगा ना, तब आप कैसे एक्सपेक्ट करोगे कि स्क्वाड इंप्रूव हो जाएगा. तो अगर एमरिम को अपना स्क्वाड बेहतर करना है, एंड इफ ही रियली वांट्स टू स्टे हियर फॉर द लॉन्गर पीरियड ऑफ टाइम, he needs to deliver those results. But आपको ये भी समझना पड़ेगा, we are not only competing against Liverpools, the Arsenals, the Chelseas and the Man Cities. Now we have to compete against the Nottingham Forest, the Aston Villas, the Newcastles, the Brightons, and even यहाँ पर अगर हम देखें तो we have to compete with the likes of अब जो आपकी promoted teams आएंगी, because we don't know what challenge they might bring. क्योंकि Leeds आ रही
we'll
है.
get 6 points. No, Leeds 6
हाँ,
points. We'll get.
ठीक है. वो लीड्स को तो पीट लेंगे हम. बट मैं एक बात कह रहा हूं.
I know we are shitting on ourselves right now, but let's be reasonable. 6 points we'll get at least next season.
But
Please.
And that you know मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ भाई. मैं अभी 1-2 दिन पहले बात ही कर रहा था, और I was on a call, basically a drunk call with my friend, and we were just talking कि भाई सोचो अगले साल पीटर ड्रूरी भाई last game of the season, he is commentating, two of the biggest giants in the world fighting for the relegation battle. What a 6-pointer this could turn out to be. United versus Leeds. United wins, they stay in the Premier League. Leeds win, they stay in the Premier League. What a delightful watch for all the fans in the world apart from United fans and the Leeds fans. तो मतलब ये तो नाइटमेयर वाला सिनेरियो है. बट या एज आई सेड कि वो एक 6 पॉइंटर है. That might be the difference between us being relegated and being staying in the league. So we have to keep our hopes high, guys. ठीक है, टॉप 5 आए ना आए, बट थोड़ा सा ऑप्टिमिज्म के साथ अगर हम नया सीजन शुरुआत नहीं करेंगे तो यार मुझे ना फुटबॉल में मजा नहीं आएगा.
आई थिंक प्री सीजन टूर थोड़ा सा हमें आइडिया दे देगा.
अरे पहला मैच तो 28 को ही है, 28 मई को. प्री सीजन टूर में भी हमें बाद में मई वाले जून के बाद पता लगेगा. पहला गेम तो 28 में ही है. वो तो बच्चे खेलने जा रहे हैं ना. They are going to Malaysia.
Another thing, you said it's a good thing. Anshuman said it's a good thing we're not going Club World Cup. Yeah, but 10 days after the season ends, we are going back on the road to play football. And I don't understand. Jim Ratcliffe, no. I heard Anshuman say the management are promising in terms of acquiring. I don't believe anything he says at all. After the Fulham thing, after the car incident, I'm just listening to him and I'm going, okay, cool. Yeah,
I don't trust him.
And here's why. He sat and gave the players need to go. Some of these players aren't good enough. You're sending them 10 days after the season when those 10 days will be used to get rid of these players. You're sending them to play football. On top of that, this year they get a gap year, a break year. You're sending them again to America. Do a European tour, yeah? How money hungry can you be? These players are already not performing. You're collecting money which we cannot anyway use. What is the point? For 8 million, you're getting them tired. They're coming back. They start the season badly, back to back seasons now. What's the point? What are they going to America for? There's plenty of places in the world they can go and do a tour, yeah? The European tour, they go to Norway every time it's packed. Just do a bigger stadium in Norway. Do the rugby stadium in Ireland or Wales. You want money? There's ways to get money here. Go to Glasgow. Go to Ireland. If you're so hell bent on filling up a stadium, do it right next door. Like they then at the beginning of next season when we go, players are tired. Y'all are making excuses for the players, bro. This is a fact. The schedules come out. Have a look. Go have a look. It's there for everyone to see. We're not making it up. They're going to play games, then go on a break, then come back, play games, then have a break, and then play the league. Come on, yeah. Last time I checked, these people were human, whether you like them or not. Then when we say they have been overworked, people will blame us for making excuses on behalf of the players. I mean, we have to look at it. We have to pull back. If you are going to pull back the curtain, you have to pull back the curtain completely. Yeah? You can't just pick and choose what we are going to discuss. Like he's overworking the players 10 days after the season's over. It's ridiculous. Yeah? Every 3 games we have a game. Every 3 days we have a game. Last season we had from January to May we had a game every 3 days. I mean, you have to be realistic even, yeah. It's not even about the manager. It's how you're burning everybody. You're burning the manager who's already fed up with interviews. You're burning the players because they're sitting on a plane when they break and just stay fit.
भाई सारी बातें तो चलती रहेगी. सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट बात तो ये है कि नाउ दैट डालो इज नॉट गोना प्ले, इंटरव्यू का काम भाई को दे दो. वो वैसे भी उसको बहुत मजा आता है करने में. ठीक है, नो ऑफेंस टू एनीबॉडी, बट यू नो ऑन अ थोड़ा सा माहौल को मैं नॉर्मलाइज करता हूँ. ही शुड बी डूइंग द इंटरव्यूज फॉर द नेक्स्ट 2 months. खेलेगा तो वो वैसे भी नहीं. हिज सीजन इज डन एंड आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि भाई यू नो मतलब ट्रेनिंग में अभी वो उस तरीके से है नहीं ना, तो उसका ट्रेनिंग का टाइम भी नहीं जा रहा. ही कैन बेसिकली वर्क ऑन अ स्क्रिप्ट फॉर द नेक्स्ट 2 months, यू नो, क्योंकि अब उसको जो जैसी चोट लगी है, इट्स नॉट लाइक यू नो शोल्डर इंजरी और समथिंग कि वो फील्ड पे जा सकता है. तो ही कैन नॉट गो ओवर देयर. ठीक है चिंत भाई, मेरा गला मत दबाना, बट जो सच्चाई है सो सच्चाई है. तो भाई को थोड़े इंटरव्यूज दिलाओ, एमरिम के ऊपर से थोड़ा प्रेशर हटाओ. एंड एज अंकुश भाई सेड एज वेल कि यू नो अपने शहर में आ रहा है तो खुशी है, बट इट इज एब्सोल्युटली टू मच फॉर द प्लेयर्स एंड स्पेशली फॉर द प्लेयर्स जो कि हमारे जिस लेवल पे खेलते हैं. ठीक है, उनको एक छोटा सा भी बहाना चाहिए कि नॉट एबल टू परफॉर्म वेल. और अगर आप लिटरली उनको ऐसी सिचुएशन में डालोगे जहां पे दे आर ओवरवर्क्ड, तो वहां पे तो उनके पास एक्चुअली में दे विल हैव एक्सक्यूजेस रेडी यू नो चीजों के लिए. तो और मैं क्या ही बोल सकता हूँ.
कुछ सुपर चैट्स हैं और मेंबरशिप चैट्स हैं, पहले मैं वो एड्रेस कर दूं. Patriot, thank you so much for joining the membership, buddy. Welcome on board. And Satish bhai is saying, used to be top 4 club, now we are top 15 team. Wow, अरे यार, why you have to put it this way? You can just say कि we have fallen so far behind कि अब हम 15th हैं, फिर 14th हैं. टॉप 14 तो बोल के और बेइज्जती कर रहे हो यार. एंड यथार्थ कह रहा है यहाँ पर, इट्स नॉट जस्ट द बिग 6 teams. Forest, Villa, Bournemouth, Newcastle, and even Fulham will challenge for European places. So gonna be more difficult now. Bhai,
But Yatharth, I can easily counter that if I may quickly, Mark. I can say you just put that super chat up if you don't mind. Again, I just want
by the way, Yatharth is a Spurs fan.
Yep.
I'll be careful with what I have to say then. No, but I feel bad for. I genuinely feel bad for him. It's a long story, but I do feel bad for Spurs fans. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
So, for example, now I'll just look. Okay, Bournemouth sent their best player on loan last season, Philip Billing, to Napoli. Let's not go there. I have future celebrations to hold, but let's not do that now. For example, Philip Billing, I am almost certain they will lose at least 3 players. If they finish in conference below Europa, they will lose at least 3 players. It depends on what 3 players. Newcastle, apparently they might lose Isak. Man, if they lose Isak, the whole team looks different. We have already seen how it works with Callum Wilson. So let's not argue about that. Then, for example, Fulham might lose some players. Villa is probably definitely going to lose some players. So I can counter that and say some of these teams will not have the same players. They will strengthen the team, but they will also weaken the team because the players that got them, they will not be there. Some of them, at least. So I can say, while you are right, I can also say with that logic, we can remove some of these teams from the list and actually finish above them.
Definitely. I also agree, but the test will be much tougher this time because we've got more than 5 teams to compete against. And यार अंकल का बर्थडे है 12 बजे, तो अंशुमन will have to leave us.
मैच चला भाई लोग,
celebration.
तभी मैं बोल रहा था 1 घंटे बाद मेरे को.
That's why you wanted to delay. I was also wondering. That's why you delayed for an hour.
Yeah.
नहीं वैसे तो you know me Nathan, मेरे को ऐसे ना 1 घंटा रुकने की जरूरत नहीं है.
Perfect timing. The delay worked perfectly for you.
I would have just gotten over here with something and you know फिर लोग वो सोचने में 1 घंटा निकाल देते हैं. भाई अंदर है क्या? ठीक है, आई हैव पीपल ऑन स्ट्रीम जो 1 घंटा यही सोचते हैं, वो 1 घंटा बस यही कमेंट करते हैं, भाई है क्या बता तो दो. मैंने बोला भाई ये रास्ता तो मेरे साथ ही चले जाएगा. ठीक है, ये तो मैं लेके चले जाऊंगा अपने साथ. ठीक है, जैसे एरिक टेन हाग का हमें कभी प्लान पता नहीं चला बिकॉज एरिक टेन हाग इज नो मोर विथ अस. वैसे ही मैं ग्लास में क्या लेके बैठता हूँ, पीपल विल नेवर नो।
यस यस,
तो
बट
चलो भाई
हमारी तरफ से अंकल को बर्थडे विश जरूर करियो। मैनी
थैंक्स,
मैनी
बिल्कुल
हैप्पी
भाई,
बर्थडे
बिल्कुल।
टू अंकल एंड एंजॉय योर डे
सुन
एंड
ही रहे होंगे,
एंजॉय
अभी सुन ही
योर
रहे
टाइम।
होंगे उधर।
अच्छा,
ही वॉचेस
ओके
योर
ओके
स्ट्रीम्स एंड
ओके ओके ओके
यू नो।
ओके
हाँ,
ओके
तो मैंने
ओके,
सब्सक्राइब करके डाला हुआ है, मैंने बोला नोटिफिकेशन आएगा तो बस आपको पता लग जाएगा। फिर वो
ठीक
ज्यादा
है
लेट
ठीक
हो
है ठीक
जाता
है,
है, इफ ही स्लीपिंग देन ही मिसेस, अदरवाइज वो तो
कूल
फिर।
कूल कूल। तो अंकल को
चलो,
भाई नमस्ते बोलियो और हमारी तरफ से बर्थडे विश
बिल्कुल
करियो, ठीक है।
बिल्कुल भाई, बिल्कुल। चलो यू गाइस कैरी ऑन, मैं निकलता
थैंक यू
हूँ।
थैंक यू
चलो भाई लोग,
थैंक यू थैंक यू
टेक
थैंक यू
केयर।
थैंक यू।
चलो, गुड
बाय बाय
नाइट।
बाय बाय। प्रियांश ने 21 महीने पूरे कर लिए हैं दोस्तों, थैंक यू सो मच प्रियांश फॉर द कंटिन्यूस सपोर्ट। एंड सतीश भाई इज सेइंग एरिक टेन हैग गॉट 700 million, हाउ मच एमरिम नीड टू रीबिल्ड। 700 million तो नहीं मिले सतीश भाई।
Yeah.
ही
Yes.
गॉट,
Brother, when they tell me, no, that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had a better team than ETH, no, I want to laugh. I want to laugh.
नो नो नो
People
नो
undermine Eric Ole Gunnar
नो नो,
Solskjaer's reign,
ओले
no,
डिड
and they
नॉट
have
हैड द
don't.
बेस्ट टीम।
Brother, they have 700 million, and he got rid of my key. Oh, I don't want to get into it.
ना
I
ना
don't want to do.
ना,
No, no,
अब तो,
no, no,
अरे
no, no, we're not
अब
doing
तो
this
हम दो,
again.
अरे अब तो
Please.
हम दोनों ही, अब तो हम दोनों ही हैं। यू कैन
Bro, listen, it's not about who is there or who is not there.
या
I use the same stats that people told me this man is better than my keeper. Yes,
या
my keeper. This season, head to head, he has not beaten him in one of those stats. And he plays for Fiorentina after 11 months of no football. If Onana got off the couch after 11 months, no. If you think he's playing bad now, no. I don't know what you think he'd be doing after 11 months of not playing football. If you think he's playing bad now,
या
fresh.
काइंड ऑफ
So
एग्री, यस।
bro, there is I what stat you want, Mark? I'll show you all the stats. What
नहीं,
stat you
आई
want?
एग्री
I'll show you them all. He's playing for
आई एग्री,
Fiorentina and they're 1 point away from Champions League. Champions
या
League Dave, baby. He's back. He's back. I told people. I told people. It's been 2 years now. I've been telling people he was not done yet. He was not done yet. He was not done yet. And when he makes it to Champions League with Fiorentina, there's no, oh, he played for Juventus, he played for Napoli, he played for the Milans, Fiorentina.
या
No excuses. None. They have rejects in their team, top to bottom. They have Adli from the Bundesliga and the French league. They have Moiskin, who has bounced from I don't know how many clubs. He's second in the league right now with 17 goals. 17 goals. Bro, there is no excuse. There is no excuse that exists. He has outplayed him as a goalkeeper in this season. There's just no excuse. After 11 months of doing nothing, everyone's celebrating. Oh, this guy has come to watch the women play. He's sitting there in the stands looking at the youth. He's about to pack his bags and leave Manchester permanently. All the jokes they made, all the jokes our own fans made at him. They're looking like fools now. They're making all Onana comps of all the failures he's made. Fools. Because he played a Champions League final. Nah, man. I am fed up of this. I tell this everyone the same thing. Carriers played a Champions League final too. He's number 3 at Newcastle. Let's all celebrate. Let's all celebrate, dude. What is this logic? What is this? We got greedy. You said it right at the beginning of the stream. It is the Manchester United arrogance. That is why we were all happy to see the back of David De Gea go. That is the truth. I was so fed up that day after the first leg of the Leon match. I'm like, you people, and people are still saying it was his time to go. We should have bought who's the guy? Diego Costa. No, he makes the same mistakes in the Portuguese league. In the Portuguese league, dude. Come on, man. Like, if you're saying, oh, we should have got rid of him and got Courtois, okay. Oblak, okay. I don't want to say the other goalkeepers, they play for rival teams. But if you say for something like this, no, I have to sit quietly and I have to eat it. Because these goalkeepers are actually good. You just have to. He was, I will say this sentence, and I hope people in the chat agree. He was our best player in our worst decade since we got relegated 51 years ago. 51 years ago. He's been our best player in our worst decade in 51 years. And people just disrespect him on a daily basis. And I'm disgusted because it's our fans. And I am so fed up. And everyone in the chat's going, sell Onana. Bro, you got tired of him after 3 years. 3 years.
Second
Not
year, by
even
the
3
way.
good. Second year,
Second
bro.
year.
I was done. I was done with him. I was done with him after Fenerbahce, dude. When that bald actor Koglu guy kicked the ball over the wall and it went under his body. I was done then. I was done then. Bro, weekend corners, David De Gea. We have only conceded the most amount of set pieces in the last 24 months. We have conceded the most set pieces. David De Gea doesn't back his near post goals. I don't know how many percentage of the goals are on the near post. He's gone for distribution. This man has less percentage at long balls and passing than David De Gea. This season I'm talking about. And people are saying it was a wrong recruitment. But now we'll get another goalkeeper. And I'm like, bro, you people don't learn. You don't actually learn. Swallow your pride. We shouldn't have sold him. End of. There is no stat to back y'all as a goalkeeper. There is zero stat. Zero stat. He made 17 mistakes in 2 years and David De Gea made 11. Yet people will say, do you know how many mistakes David De Gea made? I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on a minute. There is a stat like how all you stat merchants enjoy, XG, XA, long balls, all that. There's one that says, no, mistakes directly related to a goalkeeper. This I saw in January 2025. In 2.5 years, David De Gea made, in 11 years, David De Gea made 11 mistakes. And in 2.5 years, Onana made 17 mistakes. Which mistakes are y'all talking about? The ones where he's forced to play away, he's not playing, and then we concede a goal? He never ever played like that. I don't count those as his mistakes. I don't. Is that arrogance? Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it as arrogance. But how we are having a discussion of all these outfielders not being able to play the position? No, I can even argue the same thing about David De Gea. Simple as. We bought a goalkeeper when our 11 outfield players are not technically proficient to hold the ball and play out from the back. It was a certain genius idea to buy Mount and a goalkeeper when we don't even have defenders to play out from the back. You cannot tell me it was a right decision. It makes no logical sense. You need 11 proficient players with passing to play from the back. We had three. At best, we had three. At best.
देखो इस पर तो मैं यही बोल सकता
हूँ.
hold
on. Oh, I love you, Sanket. I love you. You've been on my channel. I'm just going to scroll up and read what Sanket said. Nitin भैया दया इतना अच्छा तो है तो उसके एनरिके और दे. Bro,
एक मिनट
if you're telling me Unai Simon is better than David De Gea, no, I will touch your feet. Because Unai Simon played after David De Gea got removed. I will touch your feet, bro. I'll meet you one day and I'll touch your feet. Because he replaced him with Unai Simon. He didn't replace him with Raya or Sanchez or someone else. He replaced him with Unai Simon.
यार देखो क्या है संकेत, ये तो मेरे ख्याल में मैनेजर टू मैनेजर डिपेंड करता है. Some manager prefers ball playing goalkeepers, some manager prefers short stopping goalkeepers. Can you say that
Spain plays that style, Sanket? United never played that style. That's why sending De Gea first didn't make sense. Because you have a ball playing goalkeeper with no ball players.
Yeah. Also, अगर हम देखें तो would you say that Hansi Flick would prefer Oblak over a keeper like Wojciech Szczesny, या फिर Pep Guardiola or Arteta preferring Oblak or Donnarumma over the likes of David Raya or Ederson, और या फिर अभी वो आई थिंक कोस्टा से लिंक हो रहे हैं मैन सिटी वाले एंड ही माइट एंड अप एट मैन सिटी. तो it depends from person to person, depends from manager to manager कि उसका style
Man also didn't pick Sergio Ramos, by the way. That's a great point. Expert Gaming said it. He didn't pick Sergio Ramos as a center back.
Chonky is in the chat and Chonky is trying
Rashford,
to force.
They're all ball playing players. Dude.
Yeah. Trying to sneak in Rashford. Among that Bruno and De Gea wali conversation. Chonky, as much as I love you, I will never accept the fact that Rashford was good for us. He was average for us, and he will always be average for us because consistency is what we demand from the players who have been at the club for more than 5 years. He was at the club for more than 5 years. He was at the club for 8 seasons,
Eight.
and in those 8 seasons, he hardly became a leader at the club. So you don't have to put Rashford among the likes of Bruno and De Gea. De Gea was our best player, and he was the best goalkeeper of the Premier League for 5 straight seasons. Straight seasons. He was the best player for United for 5 straight seasons. He was the best goalkeeper for 6 straight seasons. उसके बाद वहां पर फिर एलिसन वगैरह आए हैं, तब जाकर कंपटीशन आया, वरना डेहिया at that point of time was single-handedly saving United from the same embarrassment that we are facing right now. अगर डेहिया उस टाइम पे ऐसा नहीं करता तो हम उस वक्त ही यहाँ पर 15, 16, 17 आ सकते थे. He was the saving grace for us. So Chonky, please, with all the love that I have in my heart for you, don't force me to uh, basically hate on you for including Rashford in that De Gea and Bruno Wally category. Please don't. See, as a Barcelona fan, you have certain opinions regarding certain players, and I highly respect that because it's your club, and you know your club more than I do, more than Nathan do, or more than the other United fans, know about Barcelona. But when I talk about Manchester United, I know more than you. With all the football knowledge that you have or the other people might have, we watch him week in, week out. You watch him on the basis of stats. We watch him week in, week out on the training pitch, and then we watch him week in, week out on the football pitch. So, sorry to say, brother, but there are certain things that I might not agree with you, and that Rashford point is that one particular thing. Rukna, ek minute.
Rashford is United's backbone. He's the one threat and big game player. Oh, this is who has scored the most goal in United in the last for United in the last 8 years. I mean, he's the only player been here for the last 8 years. So by default, yeah, it will probably be Rashford, but that doesn't mean anything. He had only 2 seasons where he went double digits. He had 2 seasons in the Premier League where he had double digits. So I don't know.
आगे sorry.
No problem. Saad is saying selling De Gea was the need. We chose the wrong replacement. Yeah, but Saad, you can say that about every goalkeeper you move on. We had a done deal, a fixed player in a time where we could spend 50 million on players we didn't want. So I mean, respectfully disagree because you can buy 10 goalkeepers and they might not match up to David De Gea. So at the 11th goalkeeper, you're going to go we pick the right replacement. Bro, the replacement is the replacement for a reason. He's either good or not. You don't get a do-over 2, 3, 4 times, dude. Like that, United have bought how many strikers in the last 5 years? So I mean, respectfully disagree, but that's absolutely fine if that you felt that way. That's perfectly fine.
बट यस अगेन उसके बाद कुछ और कमेंट आया था क्या? रैशफोर्ड का टाइम हो गया भाई, सऊदी भेजो. मुझे लग रहा है शायद हम शायद ना ही बेचें मार्कस रैशफोर्ड को. पता नहीं, मुझे फीलिंग आ रही है. If we end up selling Garnacho na because of the benefit that we might earn on that deal, we might not sell Marcus Rashford purely because शायद कोई बड़ा क्लब हमें ऑफर ना दे, तो शायद हम उसको लोन आउट ही कर पाएंगे at best possible scenario. We might not be able to sell him for the expected amount that we want for him. And United Emotions is saying we are at least gone to get rid of 10, 12. No,
No
this
chance.
is
No
not
chance,
true.
brother. No chance.
way
You're
we
going
are
to
going to do that.
you're going to rage before we play one game. You're going to rage before we play one game. I'm telling you right now. You're going to rage before one game.
नहीं, वो तो मेरे ख्याल में that is not going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen.
Oh, very beautifully said by Yatharth. We value things only after we lose them. Shout out,
वो तो
brother.
खैर है ही. वो
Great.
है, but देखो मैं यही बोलूंगा कि what's what has happened in the past has happened in the past. It's time to move ahead. It's time to
No, but we shouldn't make the same mistake. This is what I am worried about, Mohak. I'm
yeah.
worried now we are doing the same, literally doing the same discussion again 2 years later. Which goalkeeper we are getting? We are literally doing the same discussion again. Which goalkeeper we are getting?
Yeah.
Sorry, he's gone. We'll be back. Which goalkeeper we are getting? So now it is literally back to square one. We are literally having the exact same discussion. Because what was the quotes? What did the other content creators, pundits, whoever you wanted to ask, what was the thing? We have to have a strong base. We have to have a strong spine. It starts with a goalkeeper. So we are doing it again. We're doing that thing again where we will go get Chevalier, get Juan Garcia. And when they make the same mistakes again, you'll be like, ball playing goalkeepers make this mistake. You have to concede. I'm like, bro, like when you take risk when there is no risk needed, no, you don't get a high five for it in life. If someone walks on the roof of a shaky building, no, they don't get a high five if they don't survive if they survive it. Because if they fall, no, people, the first thing people will say, no, what is he doing on a shaky roof to begin with? Why is he there if he knows the roof is shaky? So this playing out from the back, don't get me wrong, yeah, it can look great, it can look pretty. I've seen many compilations where you go, wow, yeah, this is amazing, 5 touches and a goal. But if we are being completely honest, it is not necessary. Every single more point of start of the attack. We don't need to constantly start playing out from the back. We have to read the room. Bournemouth, yesterday was the best example. Bournemouth was pressing the life out of us, no? Kick the ball over, yeah. Come on. Swallow your pride. Give the players a break. Let them reset on the middle of the pitch. You have to have some awareness. You have to. It is not about what your skills are. Sometimes you have to do what's best for the team at that moment. When you see Bournemouth having the momentum and they are pushing forward, the first thing you do is push them back. You don't pass the ball to your centre back so they can all push forward more. It is common sense. It has nothing to even do with a skill set. It is nothing to do with a skill set. It is just common sense. They're literally going to buy a new goalkeeper. Everyone is going to celebrate again. Everyone is going to make fun of him where he is again. And then imagine if he outperforms the goalkeeper we get. Then someone will say, oh, he was a bad replacement too. No, how many replacements you're going to get at 50 million a pop? Every time you're going to spend 50 million on a goalkeeper and go, he's a bad buy, he's a bad buy. Come on, yeah. You have to take some responsibility. Now, now Dogu's who's signing? I see the chat very upset with Dogu. I don't know the reference, so I'm not going to comment on it. But I see a lot of people like upset about Dogu. Who's Dogu's buy? It is convenient to blame the management. Is it management or is it Amarim? Because someone has to be accountable for it. He's been bought. Someone very rightfully said he's 19. Don't be hard on. I'm not being hard on him, but I'm also addressing what the chat is saying. Right? The chat is our bread and butter, right? The whole point of interaction is to actually answer what they say. I said a lot of people are in the chat seem very unhappy about Dogu at the beginning of the stream, not now. Now we're not talking about it. So I want to ask you, Patrick Dogu's who's signing? Because someone has to take this blame. Let's say if he's not doing well, who would you blame the signing on? Because according to everyone thinks it's Ruben Amorim signing. So is Ruben Amorim accountable or not? It's a simple question. Because tomorrow they'll say Patrick Dog who's 21, we are buying Liam Delap who's 23. 23 and 21 are similar in age. If they both flop, are we going to say they're young? Why are we buying young players? I mean, you have to ask some kind of question. You can't just go, yeah, just back him, keep buying young players. If they fail, we'll say they're young. Bro, we are playing a league. We have to improve. We can't just say let them fail because they're young. We don't have that liberty. We don't have a liberty like City where over 5 years they can usher in Phil Foden nicely into the team like they're doing with Rico Lewis. They were going to do with Oscar Bob at the beginning of the season before the injury. We don't have that benefit. So why are we going for young players? It's a simple question. Like the accountability must be met with somebody. People are saying we fluffed the Quenda deal. Bro, Quenda's coming 25, 26. We don't have time. We don't have time till 2026 to wait for Giovanni Quenda. Giovanni Quenda also said he didn't want to play left wing back. He wants to play left winger. So that could be a good reason we didn't go for him. But people will blame management, say we are inefficient. We need to know the story even, right? Some people are saying they didn't want to sell him today this year, so Chelsea agreed for the after 26 to get him. Some people are saying he doesn't want to play left wing back. He wants to be left winger. If he wants to be left winger, not left wing back, then I don't think Manchester United management has fluffed the deal because he doesn't want to play that position. He is doing what's best for his career. I can't be angry at that, and I can't blame the management for that. He doesn't want to play left wing back. What you can say? I don't want any player, no matter how good they are, to come to this club. No, if they don't want to, I don't want them to come. It doesn't matter how desperate we are. I don't want players to come to a club if they don't want to. Alexis Sanchez has burnt me. I have no interest, zero interest.
इस पे यार मैं ये बोलूंगा, देखो, टॉकिंग अबाउट दैट पैट्रिक डोरगू वाला सीन, ही इज वेरी यंग. let's not basically go after players जिनका अभी 1 साल भी नहीं हुआ है क्लब में. He has just came into the club. He's still adjusting to the lifestyle of Manchester. He's still adjusting to the play style of the new manager midway through the season. And एक चीज और भी है, that it has not been an easy season for the entire team. So the newcomers will always struggle. अगर ये टीम बैलेंस होती, अगर ये टीम अगर टॉप 6 में भी होती, तो शायद अभी पैट्रिक डोरगू को इतना स्क्रूटनी वाइज हम यहाँ पे जज नहीं कर रहे होते. एंड एवरीबडी नीड्स टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस, एवरीबडी, इंक्लूडिंग मी, इंक्लूडिंग नितिन, इंक्लूडिंग ईच वन ऑफ यू हु सपोर्ट्स यूनाइटेड. यू कैन नॉट पॉइंट आउट पैट्रिक डोरगू फॉर दिस मैटर. अभी हाँ, पैट्रिक डोरगू की परफॉर्मेंस अच्छी नहीं थी. ही वाज एब्सोल्युटली पैथेटिक लास्ट गेम में. दैट आई कंप्लीटली एग्री. बट द पॉइंट इज देयर आर अदर serious issues with the playing 11 and with the play style and with the confidence, then the confidence and the quality of Patrick Dorgu right now. He will improve. He will eventually come good once he'll get a proper preseason, because preseason बहुत कुछ बदल देता है. He'll get a proper rest and the pressure won't be there anymore that you have to win this game, that game, because you are 14th or 15th in the league table. तो ये चीज यहाँ पर थोड़ा सा करना पड़ेगा, हम लोगों को समझना पड़ेगा. Especially when we go after the young players now, you have to accept the reality that these young players are your future. No matter how average they are right now, आपको उन पे ही ट्रस्ट शो करना पड़ेगा. अगर इस तरीके से आर्सेनल बिहेव करती या इस तरीके से लिवरपूल बिहेव करती, रिमेंबर द सीजन व्हेन we beat Liverpool at Old Trafford and Marcus Rashford scored 2 goals and beating Trent Arnold. अगर उस एक ह्यूमिलिएशन की वजह से या कंटिन्यूस ह्यूमिलिएशंस जो ट्रेंट आर्नल्ड को डिफेंसिव वर्क के चक्कर में दी गई, अगर लिवरपूल गिव अप कर देती तो फिर क्या होता? We might not have watched Trent flourish the way he has flourished at Liverpool. So we have to give our players time. We have to basically show more patience with the youngsters than with the senior players. You want to go after the senior figures, you have to go after the senior figures, because it's their responsibility to show and lead by an example. But we can't ask the same from a newcomer who has joined us in the winter, and at that point of time हमारी टीम ऑलरेडी बहुत खराब पोजीशन में थी. दूसरी चीज यहाँ पे टॉकिंग अबाउट और प्लेयर्स के बारे में, टॉकिंग अबाउट गर्नाचो एंड ऑल, दिस इज थर्ड सीजन फॉर गर्नाचो and this is the second full season for Rasmus Højlund. And ye इसीलिए, why not Højlund? The reason is they are not the newcomers anymore. They have played for more than 18 months for the club. They know what is the pressure of playing for United. They know what is the bare minimum they need to do, and they know that how much money the management paid for them to basically make them understand that they need to deliver. तो वो चीज आपको करना पड़ेगा. अब बेलबाओ वाला गेम आ रहा है. He has scored यहाँ पे the goals, the goal against Bournemouth. Now he has the, मेरे हिसाब से, the much needed moment that he was craving for such a long time. So now he has to step up because we don't have Zogzi and Chido is not there anymore. मतलब Chido is not there as an option for the Europa League game because हम उसको register नहीं कर पाए थे. तो you have to deliver. And Garnacho, whether we may like it or not, but he's the only player that makes those in behind runs. He's the only player that makes those early runs. He's the only player that has got the pace to basically take the ball and create something. भले वो कितना भी रिपीटेटिव मिस्टेक करे, बट अभी इस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम पे इज द बेस्ट पॉसिबल ऑप्शन फॉर अस. दूसरी चीज यहाँ पे एक किसी ने लिखा था यहाँ पर कि इफ यू आर प्रो रैशफोर्ड एंड प्रो डेहिया यू आर एंटी वन एमयूएफसी. एब्सोल्युटली नॉट. Absolutely not. I love De Gea. I loved De Gea till the last day he was here, and I still love De Gea. And I'm very happy that he's doing so well at Fiorentina. But I'll say that again. Nathan has a different point of view. I have a different point of view. It was the right time to move on from David De Gea, given the fact that the football that Ten Hag wanted to play, and David De Gea was not the fit goalkeeper to play that brand of football.
You notice what I
Yeah.
said. You notice what I said.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
at the top
Yeah.
of the conversation,
Yeah.
I said 12
Yeah.
months later, he says, we are
Yeah.
not playing.
Yeah.
I just want to be clear. That's why I said it.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I completely agree with that. But the people in the chat.
So you wouldn't, if you knew he wasn't going to play, you wouldn't have bought a new keeper, right?
Yeah,
In other
absolutely,
words.
absolutely.
Okay,
absolutely.
no, I just
see,
okay.
See,
okay,
it was
fine. Fair enough.
it was because of the manager Nathan. When we brought Ten Hag, we thought that he'll be here for the next 5 seasons, isn't it? You thought that, I thought that, the people in the chat.
Listen,
thought
I'm not going to lie, I got gassed. And this is why when people
Even
say
I
give
got
Amarim
gassed.
time,
Even I
that's why
got
when
gassed.
people say give Amarim time, God bless you guys. I'm not going to be negative for you, but I've been burnt. That's all I'm saying. I've been burnt.
See, even I got gassed because the way we played in that season, beating Barcelona, beating Man City, beating Arsenal, beating Liverpool, beating everybody that came our way at Old Trafford, and the manner in which we defeated all those teams, I literally had high hopes. And to to have that sort of shit midway through the season when Ronaldo interview happened, and then that Greenwood situation, uh, early in the season itself, that whether he's coming back or not, and this and that, and then the Anthony arrival when he scored that goal against Liverpool, Arsenal in the first game itself. So everybody was pretty gassed up, and then he gave the debut to Garnacho, and Garnacho was scoring. Rashford was scoring. Rashford was in amazing form that season, not denying that. And then De Gea winning that Golden Glove, us, winning the Carabao Cup, us reaching the FA Cup final, only end up getting defeated by that dream team of Man City, who ended up winning the treble. We should have won that game, by the way, because Man City were not that effective in that game. But again, there are things that have happened in the past, and we were not able to stop those things. This season itself, agar hum baat kare, this was the best possible opportunity for us to get into the top four, because Man City fell off, Arsenal were not that good, agar hum league wise baat kare, and the new teams came into the scene and has grabbed that top four opportunity. The likes of Nottingham Forest, the likes of Newcastle, the likes of Chelsea as well, because last season they were at 10th or 12th. I don't remember the position exactly, but they did do well. But at this point of time, we are nowhere near, and this is the only thing that is keeping that United spirit alive in me, and I'm not denying that.
Aditya, let's.
But you know what, Varun? We need to come out of our glory days. We need to come out of our history days, because it's the history that's stopping us from being the team we can be. मैं हमेशा जब भी यूनाइटेड के बारे में बात करता हूँ, हमेशा यही बोलता हूँ, listen to what Jurgen Klopp said when he first sat on in that press
Disneyland.
conference. You have to come out of that strawberry world of yours, that we are still the greatest, and that we are still the team that we once used to be. We are no longer the team. We are not even the shadow of what we once used to be. We are no longer the shadow of what we used to be, and that is the reality right now. We are no longer the greatest club in England. We are the biggest club in terms of the fan base and everything, but we are no longer the greatest club in the England, because agar hum dekhein, they have equalized 20 league titles and they have won 6 European Cups. We have just won 3, and we have won 20 league titles. Forget about the FA Cups. They hold us different prestige and they hold a different significance, but it's the league and the European Cup that matters the most. It's not the FA Cups, because Arsenal has won more FA Cups than Manchester United. But do we talk about FA Cups when we talk about the number of trophies that we win? No, it's not. Glory days are long gone, and to be where we want to be, you have to start fresh. The fan base needs to stop, mere hisab se, remembering the days when Roy Keane used to play, when Paul Scholes used to play, when Rio fucking Ferdinand used to play, when Ronaldo used to play, Rooney used to play. No, this is our reality. compare the upcoming squad by this squad or the squad that played last season. Don't compare the squad with what happened 20 years back or 18 years back when we were ruling Premier League.
Yeah,
No.
that is why I asked you, right? Like when he came in, did anyone in the chat thought we were going to finish 14th, maybe 17th? No one in the I think I saw maybe one person in the chat said it was a write-off. We were going to finish bottom half. Bro, bottom half
Hmm,
still means 11th. We could still finish
hmm,
17th. There is not
hmm,
anybody, even the most negative, even the most positive fan, that can tell
hmm,
me we expected to finish 14th. That is why I hold Amarim somewhat accountable. And I'll tell you guys respectfully, I love all the positive energy for Amarim in the chat, by the way. I really love it. I have to be honest.
hmm.
But Ten Hag has burnt me, dude. That is just me being very honest.
Me as well. You know
And
what,
I,
Nathan? You know what, Nathan?
whatever the manager says, whatever the player says, believe me when I tell you, I believe nothing.
Yeah.
I
You
believe
know what,
none of
Nathan?
them.
इस पर मैं एक चीज बोलूंगा. The day we sacked Ten Hag, or the day I got to know in that interview that Ineos was never sold on Ten Hag. Ineos always wanted to sack Ten Hag. I kind of lost that interest in the season, in the current season.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And I'll tell you why. And I think after that interview, I saw a significant drop in the interest among the fan base as well, because they knew that this season is gone. They
Brother,
haven't.
you won't believe, please continue, but you won't
Yeah,
believe the first thing someone asked me in the chat is, how are these players going to play back three?
yeah,
And you know why I bring that up, Mohawk? Because everyone is blaming the players. But if logic would just proceed, I sat here with you in the last chat. How
yeah.
many of these players have played a back three in their entire career? Someone named maybe two players. Two
Hmm,
players that have actually played back three. But we want to play better in the system. Then someone was coming back at me in the chat. How can you question him? His system, it's his system, it's his choice. I'm like, brother, I'm not questioning anything. You can't
hmm,
tell me we deserve to finish 14th based on this logic, but we have to adapt at least till season ends. No, otherwise it affects us. Every place we finish low, we get 3 million less. Then
hmm,
and in July, people go, we have no finances. So look at it in a survival perspective. Even no, you have burned all the players you think can't fit the position. Great benefit. Now at the top of the discussion we had, we will not able to sell all these players. So what have we burnt? We have only burnt ourselves, because we could have easily finished 10th. I'm telling you right now with confidence. If we played back four, we would have finished 10th. I'm not saying 5th. I'm not saying 4th. I'm saying 10th. Top half of the table, not 17th. I'm being generous. Even these players are shit. No, I won't defend them. But we would have not finished 17th if we played the same system they used to. And for the people who will say, why are we still catering to the players to system? Y'all are absolutely right. Y'all are absolutely, we shouldn't. But I will just push back and say, because he's come in November. That's it. No other excuse. No other excuse for the players, no other excuse for the management. Because he came in November. None of these players know how to play this system, Baba.
See,
I don't
अगर
know how
एमरेम
else to explain it.
एमरेम अगर सीजन के स्टार्ट में आता ना, तो मैं उससे चलो कंप्लेंट रखता भी कि यार दिस वाज योर स्क्वाड, you had the preseason and you still couldn't find a way to fit the players into your system. You couldn't even inherit the philosophy with which you want your team to play. But then again, he came mid-season and he got just one signing.
Yeah,
Just one signing. So
absolutely.
one signing cannot do wonders for a manager
Nothing.
who
It can't
wants
do
to
anything.
play an entirely different system जो हमारे क्लब में कभी खेला ही नहीं गया. Yes, we tried playing that system when Ole's job was on the line. Spurs के against खेले थे हम, but that was one-off game. We did not play that
Ye-
pattern of play.
PSG home game.
Yeah, PSG
Tuanzebe,
home game.
Tuanzebe and
Yes,
Shaw and Lindelof.
yeah, but then again, yaar, I feel United fans should keep their hopes low and be realistic. But one thing is for sure, I don't want to
I love
see.
how Anshuman went. I expect top six. I was like, top six. I was like, I
नहीं
like
यार,
your confidence,
I,
dude. I was also going to say top six. Let's
नहीं,
go.
I think a top 8 finish is necessary. Top 8,
It's,
not top
bro,
6.
I'm
But
telling you right now,
yeah,
apologies to everyone who thinks I'm
yeah,
negative. I'm not,
yeah,
but I'm telling you now, so you all can't blame me for being negative. If
yeah.
we finish bottom half of the table, I'm sorry. I can't do it back to back seasons.
नहीं,
Respectfully, I
we are
can't
not
do it.
finished.
No,
नहीं,
no,
we are not
I
finishing
am
there.
keeping a
Yeah,
standard. No, remember, I asked you guys for your standard. My
Yeah.
standard is if we finish 10th, no, I'm good. We finish
नहीं,
below, no, I'm sorry, but your back three system, you can go back to Portugal and enjoy your life, brother.
नहीं, I'll say I'm expecting a top 8, not more than that. If we finish top 8, or if even we finish top 10, I'll take it, because of what we have been through, and with the lack of finances, if we don't win the Europa League. That's what I expect. That is what I expect, to be honest. And Karan, the super, thank you so much for the super chat. मोह भाई, हॉलैंड ने अपनी औकात दिखा दी, इक्वलाइजर देख के मैं किसी से कम नहीं हूँ. अरे यार. But yes, आज के
We'll
लिए
take
दोस्तों
that.
इतना
We'll
ही.
take that confidence. We'll take that
I'll
confidence into Thursday.
see, we play on Thursday. I'll catch you guys tomorrow night for the watch along of the Champions League. But before that, we'll also have a discussion about the Europa League as well. I'll do that. And Karan, thank you so much, yaar. Thank you so much. Nathan, bro, when you're getting monetized, I'll surely contribute to you. By soon, depends on
I
you
appreciate
guys.
it.
Depends on
Appreciate
you
it.
guys. You have to subscribe to Nathan's channel
The only
and
thing I would
Anshuman's
ask
channel.
guys is even if I'm not regular, see, I don't. I'll be, if I may just say this, I
Yeah,
don't regularly upload videos because I
yeah,
enjoy the live streams. As Mohawk
yeah,
knows, I enjoy talking
yeah,
to your live, because
yeah,
this is actually why I started the channel. I started the channel because I don't have people around me who watch football as much. So
yeah,
I always wanted to talk to people.
yeah,
But upon the advice of Mohawk, which he gave me last year, I have to say, and I did not listen to him. Shamelessly, I have to admit. I have to admit it. I have to be honest. I'm asking Amarim and the players and the management to be accountable. I also have to be accountable. He told me
uh,
to do regular videos, at least do once a week. United
yeah,
ones, game week prediction. You know, the usual content. I have not
yeah.
done. I am going to start next season. But if I would ask anything, do drop a like. If you can, share it. It's perfect. I know I'm not everyone's cup of tea. A lot of people find my English difficult to comprehend because I talk fast sometimes.
Yeah,
But for people who are interested, of course, share, and I'll see you. I do UFC watch alongs, WWE watch alongs.
yeah.
I'm trying not to do the IPL watch alongs. I don't want to jinx Hardik Pandya until we're in the qualifiers. I don't want to
Let us
watch. I,
let us take that number sixth.
my captain is cooking, so I'm patiently waiting there till he cooks till the qualifiers. But I do other stuff as well. So if you all have free time, please join and give a big like
Yes,
and do
guys.
share this.
One humble request to each and everyone in the chat. Both the channels of Anshuman and Nathan are tagged in the title. Sportsnut Nathan, and as Nathan has already explained it to you, he just doesn't cover the football part of the sports. He also covers MMA. He covers WWE, and he covers, sometimes he do covers cricket as well
Yeah.
when he likes to. And it's a perfect platform for you people to have, because if you want to interact with the creator, Nathan's channel is one of the top ones there, who takes every comment and who basically gives his 2 hours to 3 hours on a regular basis on match days to you people. So kindly subscribe to Sportsnut Nathan, and don't forget to subscribe to the United Road, which is of Anshuman. So please in those channels को subscribe करो, and do not forget to subscribe to 1MUFC. And yes, guys, we'll be coming back on YouTube with more unscripted from 1st of May, which is nearby. तो उस channel को भी subscribe करना मत भूलना. Thank you so much for
I
being the
assume
lovely
the
audience.
first video is an Arsenal one because second's not good enough.
No, no, no.
Come on, yeah, come on. No, come on. You can't duck it. You can't duck it, Mohawk. You can't duck it. That
Uh,
has to be your first video. It has to be.
at
And
least
followed up with
Arsenal.
a Real Madrid one because they're going to love you after that. They're going to absolutely love you after that.
No, no,
Guarantee.
no, no. It has to be something different from Arsenal and about the regular teams. I want to cover different things on
But you
more
said regular
conscripted.
teams. Arsenal is a regular team.
I want to cover different from the regular ones. So
Means
Arsenal
ones
is a,
that win. You mean ones
yeah,
that win. Okay, got it.
yeah, yeah. So
No problem.
I want to cover different things on the channel, because I want to keep it as unscripted as possible. I'll keep the football part of things to this channel. I will cover some part of football on that channel as well, but not on a regular basis. I want to show the other side of my life on that channel, so we'll have to do that. And
Oh, you know
as
what would be really great for a Mohawk unscripted video?
yeah,
a wild night out in Goa with a certain
my
content creator.
Oh my god, I have to be there.
Really unscripted.
I
Really
have to. I have to. I have to be there. नहीं नहीं for sure. I think बहुत सारे लोग इनवाइट कर चुके हैं. You among them and और भी लोग हैं. प्रतीक भाई भी हैं गोवा से. वही बोला चुके हैं. By the way, शुभम, congratulations यार. Absolutely
Pratik
deserve it. And
from Twitter.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
from Goa, right? Yeah, I followed him. Yeah.
He's from Goa. Congratulations, Shubham, yaar, on winning your 20th. And I remember this, DP. I remember this. I remember it. It's at Old Trafford. Gerrard kissing the camera, scoring that penalty. Suarez scoring the brace, if I'm not. No, Gerrard scored the brace that day. We lost 3-0.
The thing is, when I think about Gerrard, I think about Demba Ba. I don't know why, but for whatever. Anyways,
But right now, we can.
congratulations, Shubham.
But,
It's your
but right
time.
now, yeah, it's your time. Definitely, it's your time, Shubham. Many congratulations to all the Liverpool fans. It's hard saying this, but yes, it's your night, it's your year. The upcoming year is yours because you'll be the defending champions and you'll be sitting on your throne, which you have earned it, rightfully so.
And we have
Now we
signed
have to,
Salah and Van Dijk 2 more
yeah,
years.
for the 2 more years. So 2 more years of pain, 2 more years of trouble. Stopping Salah against United. Chalo, that's it from our end, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. And wait for tomorrow's morning video. I'm trying to be as punctual and as regular as I can, and I'm trying to be as creative as I can. So thank you so much for all the love and support. And with that, I'll take a leave. Bye bye. Take care. Good night.